Trouble. Watch out. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come Hey. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. When goes down. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance? Trouble. Watch out. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come Hey. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. When goes down. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance?
Blessings, blessings, blessings. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in your neck of woods. Right, let me say welcome to the Mystic Sensation Live Vibration. Again, another intuitive educational show that we are going to have. Right, another show that we are going to highlight the issues concerning our Jamaican brothers and sisters. Right, you know how we start in terms of meet and greet, in terms of our roll call. We have to first visit the wonderful people in our chat, right? They are the ones who continue to energize the movement in terms of their interactions. So, we cannot start and don't do our roll call in endorsing them. Tonight, this afternoon, right? Of course, we are going to get into some very serious topical issues. And of course, we are going to show some clips with comrade leader Mark Goling, right? The integrity boss had visited, right, the situation at Cooper's Pen, right? And of course, we're going to happy to show that as well, right? So without any delay, let me just get into the chat group. And of course, Beverly, big up yourself, Beverly, right? And Falmouth Girl, right? All my peeps, right? At Roulette Taylor, blessings, Leighton Brown, Carmen Bartley, and Vante Olivia. People, forgive me if I happen to spoil any name, right? Rancho Taylor. And let me just have Melting Pot add to the studio vibes with Melting Pot. Melting Pot is in, okay, Melting Pot is on the studio, right? Anne-Marie McDonald, Daniel Ritchie, right? Jennifer Bless 4424, right? Lover P9R, bless up Fiona Burnett, bless up yourself, right? Abina Sarkadi 26, Millicent, right? Veronica, Patel Krushank, right? Our favorite people, Marvin Hamilton, right? Tenriela, right? And she's saying something here. The police cannot continue arresting citizens without probable cause and where emergency powers are not in place. In my era, they scrape young men right off the streets and let them go. How was that? That is something. Let me show you what he's saying there, right? And that is so true. We are going to delve into some of that because what happened really and truly is unconstitutional, and we are going to have to address those issues, right? Minor 49ish, Fiona Burnett, right? And Stanford Barnes and Freedom, bless up yourself, Zemrine Brown. All right, without any further delay, let me just on the rally just have Melting Pot meet and greet his people. Melting Pot.
Blessing once again, my people, on this blessed Thursday afternoon. It's good to be here again. Mystic Sensation Live. In spite of everything, we have to just keep a spirit, uplifting spirit within ourselves because, things in Jamaica demoralize we, as Jamaican living outside of Jamaica. Yeah. Because first and foremost, it paint a bad light upon the country. Yeah. And then, in terms of our people, always the suffering, the inhumane type of treatment when we get from the government, pain your heart, brother. But we have to come and, just try to level down the playing field as much as possible. And to put the message out there so the people can understand easily where we are project around here. So maybe big up the people at usual again, in the chat. Yeah, it's good to have you guys, interacting alongside the show. And the people tuning in from in the UK, Canada, America, Caribbean, place like Barbados, big up yourself, Sister Winnie, Yeah, and also down in the South Pacific, Australia, New Zealand, entire European, landscape and Africa, worldwide. Yeah, big up on yourself, because we know want to tune in. And big up the community heights them in Jamaica as well. My people, them, ground zero people, them, are still my people, them. Yeah. And my community 2 Mile, Union Garden, Delacree Park, Payne Avenue, Greenwich Farm, Whitfield Town, Maxfield Avenue, Frog City, over Rome. Daisy over Rome. Big up yourself, Long time comrade here a leader, Yeah, man. A friend that for life, Yeah, man. Daisy, big up Daisy. Yeah, man. And we have people all spread out up in the Walton Park region and everywhere like that, In my era, jungle, big up on yourself, same way. Yeah, Orange Villa, enough respect, and we are shout it out, because we don't want to tune in, and we want to tune in and spread the message from Mystic Sensation platform, because it's around here, so at the highest of journalism work done around here, and come out to you guys in Jamaica, so you get the full understanding, no tabloid, real facts in a real time. Yeah. And big up my host, Sir Lord Byron, as usual, the man behind the scene with all of the headspace, and him come when him come arm and dangerous, yeah? And I just saw people, man, back the floor to the host.
Blessings, my brother Melting Pot. You understand? Trust me. My partner in battle. All right. Now, having said that, it is. Let me just first highlight some video clips as it relates to the comrade leader, right, touching the area of concern. And, let me just say this, as it relates to the People's National Party, the love that the People's National Party have through the vision of and the philosophy of democratic socialism, right? Now, we will always fight for the people. We will always push for progress for the people. From Norman Manley to Michael Manley, to PJ Patterson, to Portia Simpson, and to, of course, our comrade leader at current, Mark Jefferson Golden, and what you said, Melting Pot. One Marky Jeep on the app.
Definitely.
Delivering the salvation of democratic socialism. And so then, of course, it is not a surprise Mark Golding dealing with these issues. The People's National Party philosophy, right? And I want to say, Morel King, bless up yourself, thanks for the contribution of that hefty £10. Right? They come well, first Mystic Sensation, I get £10. I'm big up myself, Morel. We have blessings for that, Morel, right? For that hefty £10. Now, what we are saying, that it is not unusual for the People's National Party fighting for the issues for the people. I'm going to say something here this morning, right? And that is going to be my conviction. We have seen a strong love for Mark Golding, and we love him too. But we have also seen fighting spirits. There are two fighting spirits that Mystic Sensation and others are observing. Nikisha Burchell reminds me so much of Nani, of the Maroons. And I'm going to say something here this morning that is going to be my conviction and my testimony. Isat Buchanan, my brother Buchanan, is going to be one of the greatest political representatives that Jamaica has ever seen. Let me say this categorically clear before I begin. Isaac Buchanan is going to be the first to put his shoulders to the wheel where the crying people are. He's going to fix the ultimate wrong and set it straight. When we see such fierce representation, when we see such genuine representation, Isaac Buchanan is not only speaking, but his political representation within the politics and so early is already tremendous. And if I have any hat on this morning, I would lift my hat to Isaac Buchanan. And of course, humble himself, be humble, to be led by none other than one of our most brilliant in the politics. None other than Mark Jefferson Golden, who had shaped this country with so many legislations that he had crafted, so many work that he have put in. And he remind me so much of what Jesus Christ came on earth. Someone will say, Byron, you are trying to, compare Mark Golden with Jesus. No, I'm not doing that. We already accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior and the Creator. So we are not doing that. But I am telling you, as it relates to the inspiration of God work, where Mark Jefferson Golden, with his heart of heart, fighting landlessness as it relates to our Jamaican people, fighting for the future of Jamaican people, fighting against corruption. We have seen the lies, we have seen the attacks on Mark Jefferson Golden. But when it comes to the truth, when it comes to the history, they cannot reshape that. The history is there to bear. His foundation as it relates to his father and the contribution that his father had done cannot be erased from history. They will like to erase it. And so then the contribution from a foundation from his parents that deliver unto him and a baton that he's carrying on. And of course, my Jamaican people, the burden that he is carrying. But let me say this. He has the courage, he has the strength, the tenacity, the capacity, right, to definitely carry the burden and deliver justice for us. Let me show you Mark Jefferson Golden, right, as he's on his mission, right, of course, fighting for the people. So let me just give you that and deliver that. Now, let us share this.
Your involvement.
Yes, people, very devious and dishonest people have been saying things on social media suggesting that I or Peter Bunting or Proven, a company which we founded back in 2010, has some interest in this land. We have no interest in this land. We have nothing to do with this land. The first time I'm coming here is today, and I hope to help you to have your rights protected, as I've said already. So don't listen to these mischievous liars who are using social media to try and destabilize people's minds and cause them to have the wrong impression of what is reality. Thank you.
Well said. The demons of hell will not prevail. That is one thing I am sure of. That the demons of hell will not prevail. And so then let me say that, of course, we are going to continue to do the will of God as it relates to righteousness, right? And we will be fighting against corruption and the demons that attach with that. Crony capitalism, right? So let us share another clip with Mark Jefferson Golden.
People who we are there who are supposed to be sent to you, okay? Have a solution despite the fact that you're not where you're supposed to be at the moment. Yeah? But as human beings, this is what we're going to do to try and resolve the problem and get a better solution to the situation that you are in, including me. Because guess what? As a people, you would have voted for somebody with an expectation to get something out of it, because nobody is doing nothing for nothing. You're expecting something when you do something, yeah? And people are hard working in this community, just as anywhere else in Jamaica. Yeah? And if you are you're a born Jamaican, how is it that something can happen to you so devastating and it appears as if it's nothing? Where's the humanitarian side of us? Where's the heart that you have in doing something like what another human being? And if your sister or brother this morning, how would you have reacted? Tell me how you would have reacted in a situation like this. When I wake up and hear that my sister's house is down and she was not present, can't be present, impossible for her to be present, yeah, and to have this thing, supposed to be caring for people. We are.
So let us now stop share that, right? And let me say this, Jamaica. We are not sharing this to convince crony capitalists, because they are the ones who are behind this. And none of Andrew Holness' minions, from Cliff Hughes to George Davis to Vegas to all of those who out there, the Miss Chin and all of that, none of them cannot separate Andrew Holness from this. I am going to prove this morning that Andrew Holness is the primary perpetrator of this cruelty. We have evidence of that. The similar pattern of behavior throughout the length and breadth of Jamaica. Andrew Holness cannot separate himself from the wickedness that went on there. But I have news for them, because, of course, I found a section in the law where those people can defend their fundamental rights. And I know that that is the very same section Isaac Buchanan will be challenging. And Jamaica, I am going to expose that to all of those people. And let me give a warning. For Pernell Charles, H.C. Hutchinson, Andrew Wheatley, Andrew Holness, and Juliet Holness, and all those land grabbers, because they are land grabbers. They are going to have to give back the people their lands. All those land grabbers. I am going to expose this section in the law today. I am going to show you, even as what Pernell Charles had done in St. Thomas. I want St. Thomas people to watch and listen and see the section that I am going to I'm going to show you that Colonel Charles has no fundamental rights. What happened as it relates to Cooper's pen, the abduction and false imprisonment of our people orchestrated by none other than Andrew Holness and the crony capitalist, and we are going to prove that. Listen to Jamaica. The abduction and the false imprisonment of our black people, our black brothers and sisters, orchestrated by none other than Andrew Holness himself and crony capitalist, corporate greed. We are going to prove that this morning. But before we prove this, right, and before I bring in Melting Pot for his brief discussion, I am going to play a clip as it relates to one of our many pastors who always speak justice. One of our many pastors who always stand up for the poor and needy. One of our many pastors who see injustice and call it out for what it is. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this, my Jamaican people. Let me share this.
Them colonialists and imperialists, them do a good job on us, you know. Fixing us. Fixing us. Them getting our head. They have captured our minds, our imagination. And there are those of us who can't imagine anything other than what we have. Just this week I was talking to a schoolmate of mine. We had a little gathering, and I was making the point that the same point that I'm making now, that we have to seek to change the economic system. And I said, how we are going to change it? We need money to change it. I said, no. That's what them teach us. And because them have the money, and we need money to change it, then we feel that we are eternally dependent on them. Money is not our best resource. Our best resource is the resource of our people and the resourcefulness of our people. And when you cash in on that, we can change this. Mr. The man, them fix me. Fix it. That's why Paul says that we must be changed by the renewing of our mind. Because of this, them fix it. And I've been saying in this series that the means by which we are going to renew our mind is the gospel of the poor. The gospel of the poor. That which Jesus came and proclaimed, Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to preach gospel to the poor. And the gospel to the poor is a gospel about justice and mercy and humility. The obligations of the strong towards the weak. We must insist on that gospel. I said the man named Fix We. Bob Marley recognized it when he said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind.
Well said. Well said. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves shall free our mind. And that's what the pastor said, the man them fix way. We wonder why so many atrocities done on the people so numb. We wonder why a prime minister could blatantly stole billions from taxpayers and his anti-corruption system called him out and said, you need to answer as it relates to your wealth. And here we are. We numb. We accept a prime minister to be at the helm of our politics. That prime minister cannot justify his wealth. And we say it is okay. And the George Davis, they get their order of distinction. The rewards that coming out for your silence. Let me just talk to Sister Winnie. Sister Winnie, welcome to Mystic Sensation. How are you doing, Sister Winnie?
Well, all in all, you know, in the name of the Lord. Mr. Mystic?
Yes, my dear.
Good afternoon to
Good afternoon.
everyone. Your wife, Mr. Melting Pot, and your beautiful wife and father. Now, Andrew knows everything what was going down. Here, Andrew cannot come and tell nobody he didn't know. He's the Prime Minister, he's the Minister of Housing, right? Andrew know. And I wonder, just asking, is his wife have shares in that land? That she can, you know, build apartment or hotels? You getting to me, sir?
Yes, man. We are listening to you, sister. Yeah, we are listening to you, Sister Winnie. We are allowing you to speak.
It's very pity. They should have go and let the people them know they have to move out. What they did, they take the people's furniture out and bulldoze them. Huh? And you, honest, you knows about it. It's money involved. I wonder if you sell those land and people didn't know you sell the land. Because you're the creepy man, you know. You're like a little snake, slimy. You know. And the woman that says she's the MP, she knows. She said 2 weeks notice. She knows from day one. Unless Andrew tried to set her up to make her look bad, which I don't give two monkeys about. But Andrew, you know. How did you sleep last night? How did you and your wife sleep? Knowing that a baby, 3 days old and a month-old baby, have to sleep out in the cold. How you get those Melissa containers, what they call it, things for containers, what they call them again, that they put up that people can sleep under?
Those cots, tent and
the
cots.
Japanese. You did have them to give out to the Melissa hurricane, but you hold on to them. You know why you hold on to those tent? Because of this was going to happen. You know, Andrew, nothing can move in Jamaica and you don't know. You got your spies in every corner. You is the Minister of Housing and did not know they're going to push. Wait, by the way, who pay are those policemen to be out there to go and arrest people, the young men them and put them, because they know if the young men was out, it would be a war. We will make sure to have them in prison, in jail, that the ladies cannot do anything. And you know what happened? Some of them who are JLP, and you go and give them a little cup of water and a cup of tea and 2 biscuits. Oh, they bring something for me to eat. I would take it and dash it in their face. The people, furniture break down. The houses break down. But I hope to God the court let you build back every house on that same spot. Because it's for the hotelers. Tell their staff not to come in that day. Tell this no one should come to work. So the hoteliers know what the owner of the hotelier know what was going down. And you know, but it backfired on you, Andrew. It backfired on you. What you do like Jamaicans? Andrew, you born in Jamaica. That's why you said you don't have to be born in Jamaica to be a Jamaican. I understand what you mean now. I know you was wicked, but even the Satan refused you. Satan said you are more wicked than evil. You did that to the Jamaican people, a baby. I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, that the mother had to go on back to the hospital. She's like she suffered a slight stroke. The 3-day-old mother, baby mother. I don't know if it's true, but it's somebody writing on your program there.
Wow.
I hope it's not true.
Wow.
I hope it's not true. Andrew, listen, you have to go down and broke up buckles, nail everything for about 10 days. Don't move on your knee and ask God to forgive you. You're not a human being. You might have drank some of the red syrup, so that's why you don't have no what is his name? That Smith man that did. I wonder if you eat some of what he was giving people to eat.
You mean Kevin Smith?
You don't have no heart. You got tin in the heart. Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, Sister Winnie, for your contribution. Love it. But you know what Sister Winnie said? Sister Winnie said something that struck me, and I'm going to make Melting Pot come in and do his brief thing, and then we get into the program itself. Apart from going and abolish it and damage the people's homes, if you notice Jamaica, it is not just about damaging the people's homes. The people bed and the people dresser and all the people domestic mechanism to use. The tractor run over the bed, the tractor run over the dressers, the tractor. It's like a vengeance. It's like such a deep hate. And you're going to tell me, Jamaica, that our black brothers and our black sisters, Jamaica, let us delve into this before I make Melting Pot come on, so I can give Melting Pot the real energy. Jamaica, let us think about this. Trelawney carried 2 constituencies that won by the Jamaica Labour Party, so they say, because we know that the election was stolen. Now, if that is the case, Jamaica, let us ask the question. That the Prime Minister has these 2 constituencies and know that, okay, these are the 2 constituencies in Trelawney, Dalrymple and Tova Hamilton, right, who voted for him. And the government allowed this to happen. Now we have evidence, Andrew Honest, there is no way you can say that your administration should be separated from this. We all have the evidence that is going to tie you to the scene. Andrew Honest, remember that I was a police officer. And remember, the entire Area 1 has been engaged. The Commissioner of Police, let me speak. And the Commissioner of Police can't come out and say otherwise. I was a police officer. The Commissioner of Police cannot unilaterally act upon himself to pull out an entire Area 1. Hold on, let me. Yes, Carla, just hold the line a minute. Hold the line a minute. Yes. Let me say this to Jamaica. That there is nothing and no one can sell a narrative that Andrew Holness is not responsible for this. For anyone who is talking otherwise, this morning I am going to show the full proof that Andrew Holness is the author of this. The Commissioner of Police, right? And I want Blake to come out and say what I am saying is foolishness. You cannot unilaterally, as it relates to the wide scope of investigation, the wide scope of engagement, right? To demolish people's homes. The Commissioner of Police cannot do that. He has to be politically instructed. Am I lying, Blake? You know that I'm speaking the truth, Blake. You know that I'm speaking the truth. Let me give Jamaica the line of communication. The superintendent of the area has to have consultation with the Assistant Commissioner of Police or the Deputy Commissioner of Police. Or he can loop to the Commissioner of Police. The Commissioner of Police will have to have dialogue with the Minister of National Security. And where the constituency involved, Tova Hamilton, you would have to be informed. It is your constituency. Don't come round and do the thing that you are doing and try to shape a narrative, Tova. Who you think you're speaking with? Come on, Tova. I am giving you the protocol lines of communication. You will have to know. And guess what, Tova? Also, Edmund Bartlett, the Minister of Tourism, will have to be advised. And guess what? From once the Minister of National Security engaged, he will have to communicate with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the Chief Defense of Jamaica. The Prime Minister is the Chief Defense. Andrew Holness, you cannot take away yourself from this. And so you sit quiet, wanting your spin doctors to spin this. I was a police officer. I know how the system works. You cannot separate yourself from this. I want you to come out and say to Jamaica, what Mystic Sensation is saying is not true. Tova, you're a hypocrite. Tova, you are cruel. Jamaica, let us put things in context. Let us put this in context. These people, Tova would have visited them. Tova would have dialogue with them as it relates to pre-election. And whatever she promised them, should have made all sort of promise to them. And these people were convinced. They were convinced. They were convinced. And they voted for you. But it is not about political representation. Remember that. It is about Andrew Holness, his greed, crony capitalism, corporate greed, which is going to choke him today when I finish with him. Now, let me just, right, Carla, let me just give you a 2-minute response because I have to make Melting Pot, right, speak, right, briefly, and then we get into the real show today. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mystic. Good morning to Melting Pot.
Blessings.
Just want to thank you as always and always. As always, you are spot on.
Thank you.
You just just look at the way how they go about this thing. They take out, they kidnap all the men from the community.
Hold on, Carla. Hold on. I like how you phrase that. And your phrasing, let me say this to Jamaica. I want you to hear what the man said, what the caller said. They have kidnapped the men from the area. The caller, as it relates to the breach in law, is 100% correct.
Yes.
Now, let me say this. Hold on, caller. Let me say this. I want all the people who are listening, Google, as it relates to define kidnapping in Jamaica. I want you to Google that. All the persons who are here right now, go on the phone, take time, go on the phone and define kidnapping, defined in Jamaica under the law. They were kidnapped. Okay, speak, caller.
So you kidnap them and you arrest them under false pretense.
Stop there again.
No court.
Stop there again. Stop there again. Education morning. So that kidnap go parallel with what we call false imprisonment.
Yes.
The Jamaican government is in serious bind. And guess what? This is going to bore out into the court. Those people, and I know that several of them, they are listening to me now. They must take up an independent case and make sure if Isaac Buchanan, who is going to represent, right? Represent you all in this. The government is in our, hey, look here. When we done with this government, the whole of the Nara hustling mash up. Talk to me, Carl. Talk to me.
Okay. So you filed imprisonment, and it goes way back. There's a similar tactics they've been using before the election. Because before the election, you see they go into the community and they take out. When I say take out, I mean analyze most of the people who have voice, who will stand up to them. You get rid of those people. So when you get rid of them, you suppress the people, you suppress the voice. So the same way they work about this year. They go inside, they kidnap the men, they force imprisonment, and then they leave the people, the women, who are defenseless. And this is the way how the government work. This is the way how the Angelist government work. And it's a crying shame. And as you rightfully say, Mystic, and I compliment you as a brother fighting for the people, the common people, the poor people, because these people, they do not like poor people. They consider poor people as useless eaters. They don't consider us as human beings, And these people has been trampling on the human rights of the Jamaican people. And it's about time. It's time for the people to stand up, and we understand that they use when you look at it, they use the whole area tree. They use people resources from the military to go in. This is no simple organization. As you was made the point, you was brought out the point so clear. The Prime Minister knows about it.
But hold on, caller.
I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Hold on, caller.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, well said. I love the caller contribution. Before I let in Melting Pot, let me say this, and let me define Area 1, so also Melting Pot can be aware of Area 1. When you have the entire Area 1 engage into a demolition operation, maybe people don't aware when we say the entire Area 1. Let me tell you what is the entire Area 1. The entire Area 1 is the entire police division of St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and Westmoreland. Listen to me. the entire Area 1 involving St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and portion of Westmoreland. That is the entire right? That is what you define as Area 1. So I want people to understand. And I have not seen Megawatt. Megawatt is also a police officer. Megawatt from time to time would be in the chat. So Megawatt can back up in terms of what I'm saying. You engage the entire Area 1 to carry out demolition. Cannot be done unilaterally by the Commissioner of Police. Can't. The authority has to come from a political head. So let us do it in the reverse. It may not done at the cabinet level, but from once Andrew Holness communicated it, and Andrew Holness and the Minister of National Security, along with the Tourism Minister and the Minister of State, Tova, they are the 4 primary persons, and I want to come out and say that I'm lying. They would send down the communication as it relates to the Jamaica Constabulary Force to act and execute what they had executed. Come out and say that I am lying. So for those minions out there who are trying to say Andrew Holness, don't mix up the government in this. The government is the art of this. The art of this. Andrew Holness demonstrated it in Parliament. It is not unique, right, to Cooper's Pen. He demonstrated it in Parliament as it relates to Bernal Lodge. And what many people don't know, let me bust it this morning. Some people have already known, because Isaac Buchanan spoke it. Isaac Buchanan took him to the court, and Jamaica beat him. Yes, enough Jamaica don't know that. And he kept it quiet. Don't want to speak anything. He got beaten by Isaac Buchanan in court. And he has to return the people property to them. So this is going to be a continuation of the Isaac Buchanan fight versus Andrew Holness. He was beaten as it relates to Bernal Lodge. Discipline, the court disciplined him. Many people don't even know that. He kept it quiet to show you that what you are doing is criminal. Criminal. But let me just bring in Melting Pot before we start the class. Right? We have to make the grand way. Right? So, Melting Pot, let me just bring in the mouse and give me some problem. I want to put it on the big screen, Melting Pot. You understand? Go and talk until me figure out the mouse, until the mouse chip in. I put it on a big screen.
Well, them say, yeah man, them say, when man a plan, God wipe out. And I like how you put it, you know, they look like the whole of the Naira money I go wipe out in a court case and court settlement.
All right.
Because when we see this government you go on with here, you know, when early morning down, raid for the people in a Cooper's Pen. Is it one of the most gruesome injustice ever seen in a Jamaica? And I mean, this has been, you know, on the upsurge and been escalating right across the length and breadth of Jamaica in recent time. But this Andrew Holness-led regime has been going around and destroying people's property. In some cases, some well-valued property like Clifton, speaking about Clifton specifically in that regard, there was no shock, nothing at all. Everything was done in terms of how you'd look at a planning permission being submitted for development. All the houses were constructed in a line, showing a unification of how things was done. So you could go in and put in your water, your local side road, everything. No problem. Them go on and destroy it. I will see him take set on the people over in St. Thomas. And him take set on people all over the place. Him threaten people down at parity. Them people are under threat right now. And you see him come and him doing a coup of Spain. And we know the reason behind that. Andrew Wallace led regime is a mafia regime, you know, that don't play by the book. Yeah, always go against the book of law, and try to demonstrate an evil dictatorship type of governance on the people of Jamaica. And we are calling on that supposed to be, you know, put aside. And we return back to what we know to be good governance. Now, when you look at what took place in Cooper Spain, we are early morning down raid. Men, over 30 men were falsely arrested and falsely imprisoned. Yeah, for whatever length and duration of time. Yeah, but the action, yeah, is false, what happened to these men. But what we dissect and look at is that him clear the air of the men and leave the woman to the merciful ball and the wolf them will come out, we attack them and yam them in the early morning. So the women were left on their own and protected in a community. Yeah, that was invaded by holiness and a mob. Yeah. And we see it over Clifton early morning down. But it never so presumptuous in terms of the hours, you know. But down in a Cooper Spain, people them say from 3 a.m. the man them turn up, man. Now this is well orchestrated and, you know, well knit plan put together. And it consists right there, just as Sir Byron, the chief civil servant Andrew Wallace, yeah, old Sleepy Joe Crab, yeah. You know, Trova Hamilton, she involved as member of parliament, and she also is a state minister in the Ministry of Tourism. Edmund Bartlett and Google too. Don't leave him out, because him have to give the order now to the division where you just mentioned. Yeah, era 1. Yeah. But the man used literally 5 parish for the police. Yeah. Deploy them for the people them to make sure no say every bit of them demolition go through without any problem. Now we look at this as strictly inhumane, because just look at the mother that gave birth to a 72 hours old baby, 3-year-old. She had a C-section, but she's sitting up under the hot bus stop with dust and everything a blow up, and she and the young man baby. She's supposed to be in her bed and lay comfortable. She's supposed to have access to change herself and do all these things hygienically to herself and her baby. But this nasty kleptocratic government where we have rob the country and mash up the country, this is how them go out and deal with. But you know, your lean mouth Eiffel Tower come out and say nothing. You know, your straight edge run out now nasty thinking dirty big mama, none of them. Because remember, you know, all of them employed to a task force, you know, headed by Fish Headless. And then can't speak independently. Yeah. And then can't speak unilaterally. They have to speak collectively. And them only can speak when they are told. So the whole administration is that the people, the poor people in Jamaica now have nobody a fight for them. You understand? In the regard of media house, people them come out and do a broadcast, do a report rather, on the scene and, you know, ask some strong question to Trova Hamilton. She was there taking up people's name. No, you should have a journalist on the spot questioning Trova in regard to what took place and why. And what was the notification period given to the people so that they can find a way to move off the land if such. And in the case of these land, these people don't have to be moving off the land, you know. The land don't belong to Andrew. Jamaican people are going to say something to again for Mystic Sensation Live. You, the people of the country, are the government of Jamaica. So if the land belongs to government, it simply means it belongs to you, the people living on the land. Every political party.
Melting Pot, I am just reading some things that one O'Neill Dennis is saying, and I hate the term melting pot. You understand when these politicians, JP politicians, calling people squatters. Now,
yes.
Just imagine melting pot. Let us just have a little dialogue with that in terms of what O'Neill Dennis said. I fully agree with O'Neill. You born in Jamaica, right? You're not Jamaican by naturalization.
No.
You're Jamaican by birth. And by that, it simply means your birthright. Your birthright is the side of Jamaica.
True.
Oh dear you. Oh dear you. Look at a Jamaican and call him squatters. When you say squatters, what do you mean? He's a Jamaican. He's a pan-Jamaican. And he has a right to the soil. So that slavery mentality, that colonial spell in calling people squatters, right, must be abandoned.
Has to.
Yes, go ahead, Melton Pot. Just want to clear up that.
Yes, and the beauty about that, you know, simply because the PMP have never done any of these exercises. The PMP has never called anyone squatters. It's only labor right them call people squatters. And Jamaican people need to know that. Yeah. Jamaican people need to understand that the PMP has never gone and carried out any of these demolition exercises against people living on land. Michael even tell the farmer them to come down off of the hillside and come take the level land. Yeah, and tell us that Jamaica land must be sold to foreigners. That coming out of the People's National Party. And that has always remained amongst the People's National Party. But, you know, this word squatters, we have to burn that right now. Yeah, and we have to tell garbage Andrew when it's never you come out back and call the people no more squatters, you know. Because let me tell you this, Andrew, if you don't know. Yeah. The reparation of the crown land must be looked upon. Because the people are supposed to get the crown land when I talk about crown land. You think King Charles, however, was king before or queen before can one land in Jamaica. Them never did one in the first place. Them sail come there, send out them, you know, what you call now Christopher Columbus, the criminal we are going to say about discover land. Yeah? I in them send out, you know. And them come back and report to them and say, well, them see some land when them sail west of India. That's why the island them was known as the West Indies. Columbus sail west of India. Let me tell you now. Yeah. So the queen and the king never won the land. The land them dead. Yeah. Whoever born upon the land, that's how you get your nationality. You understand? Me can't born a Jamaican and be Indian, you know. I represent the Indian flag, you know. Or I support it, you know. No, the Jamaican flag is my national flag because Jamaican is my nationality. So when garbage, nasty, thief, and dirty Andrew Wallace come out and call the people them squatters, a long time people are running away with this. Running away with this because you see the people at the government and you are the little criminal organization can't come call yourself the government, you know. You are just people where them people have elect to govern. Yeah? You are there to govern. You are not the government. So now I'm going to think twisted and tied in all different directions. Talking about government, like you don't have no say the people are the government. But we are making no say this type of demolition action to please foreign investors. It have to stop. Yeah? And there and when you look elsewhere in the world, you know, when you say hotel, you say houses, you know, you say resident, you know, residential houses. All you do at a garbage government is develop that same piece of land with some proper houses, some starter houses, and you fight the same Jamaican and turn them into the castle you're saying a grudge poor people for. Because once them build with deck, you know, Jamaica go turn them and I want them to turn. But because you're evil, and you know, like black people, and you're a piece of shit, you always go around and destroy the people. And God always leave a certain example to prove to everybody how evil and wicked it is. I don't like to see the baby mother out there with the baby, you know. But they did have to show the world how evil is piece of shit house there is. And how the people and the agents them when preside over, how they are so maliciously entrenched in this guy garbage and corruption. Yeah, that's to see them go out and carry out the action and them don't think about the human side of these action. How it left the people in a precarious position. Sun, and when I know sun a dust, and when I know dust a cold, and night dew and rain. Yeah, it's bad. Yes. And this now is an ongoing program where we see the government have at its disposal taking away the land from the people under them foot. Andrew Wallace must be charged, and I know ISAT will get to the bottom of this for the people, you know. All right. Yes. Yeah. And I know that Andrew Wallace is only digging in grave deeper than the 6 foot. Because everybody went this place, if not them a labor right, them have a vote against him. They don't have a vote PNP. So the guy not no head space. But that shouldn't surprise me. A guy is under investigation for illicit enrichment and all type of thing. And under the scrutiny of United States administration led by Trump. Him having sleepless night. I've been telling the people he can't do anything correct at the moment because the devil possess and take control of this piece of shit house here. Yeah. So when you see him go on with them things and the minions them where him draw behind him, and the whole of them I encourage him and support him and them venture here. The whole of them are shit house and the whole of them are go down deeper than Andrew 6'6". And you couldn't draw me in this house, some little garbage, some little barefoot dirty Jamaican boy with big sledgehammer. And we that them out and mash down people house. Them thing have to stop. And we have called upon, you know, the powers that being, yeah, to represent these people and strongly represent them. And I just say, represent them individually because we want them milk this guy at the Naira money where he have sit down pan. He might have to use the Naira money to bail out himself. He have to, because the people in my eyes will not relent. And I know they won't. I give back the floor to you, my brother.
All right, melting pot. Well said. Now, all right. Now let us get into the business of the day, right? As it relates to the lies and the deceit and the Abka Fitz Henley. And also Tova Hamilton under the disguise as a Trojan horse. Tova Hamilton, you're a Trojan horse. You're a living Trojan horse, and we are going to prove it. We are going to prove it. Now, let us hear as it relates to Abka Fitz Henley, who is responsible for the communication and strategy, right, for the Jamaica Labour Party propaganda machine. So you have to understand what is his responsibility, right? Now, let us hear this propaganda. Let me say this, Jamaica, because Andrew Holness well thought out this, you know, to show you that the mastermind of the criminality make sure that he has partially a portfolio that deals with, right, the spinning. And you know who in charge of it? Abka Fitz Henley. Abka Fitz Henley is the person who is responsible for all communication. He's the person who is responsible to send out the communication to the various media house. This is the man, you understand, who shaped the narrative, sent all the information to Big Mama. You understand? This is the source of Andrew Holness' propaganda spin. Listen to him.
Henley said the government will continue to monitor developments in the community and coordinate additional interventions.
First of all, it must be said that the government of Jamaica, and the prompting of no one external, but the directive of Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, has mobilized pertinent agencies and departments under the Ministry of Labour and Social Security and indeed ODPEM has been activated to assist as best as possible Jamaicans in Trelawney who were affected by the demolition exercise. We recognize the nature of the circumstances they face, and the agencies have been directed to assist as best as possible.
He also chastised persons who are reportedly spreading misinformation about the incident.
Hold on, Abska. Hold on the Abka. Slow down the gear here. Because you mentioned something now that we have to now push some investigation. So now, make it make sense to us, Abka Fitzhenry, that the people who have been affected as it relates to Cooper's Pen residents, where Andrew Owners and the crony capitalist send bulldozers at 3 o'clock in the morning to demolish. Now we have seen that some things now coming out of ADPEM as it relates to some cuts that now you damage the people in them house and you give them cuts. Look what the government are gonna. Hurricane Melissa damage the people in them house and they want to put them in a container. Look how Andrew Owners administration had demoralized the people. But we could go back to the cuts. Those cuts that you are now giving them, because I don't understand how you mash down them homes, you want them off of the land, but now you provide them cuts for them to stay on the land. You understand? Because you come under pressure. You're not under pressure now. You understand? Because when you tie up in a court for this, you know, L is going to break loose. Now let me ask you a question. And let me ask ADPEM. Why we don't have many of those persons in Hanover and Westmoreland who need some of those cuts and tents? Why they are not getting any? To show you, Jamaica, that this criminal enterprise hold on to the aid in ADPEM and punishing the people in Hanover and Westmoreland. Now guess what? You people are not even smart. You don't realize now that, okay, the people, as it relates to Cooper's Pen, you are rolling out those tents and those cuts. So you have them in your position. Then let me ask you the question, Abka Fitzhenry. Think of this. And ask Andrew Owners. Why the people who are looking up in the element not getting none of these tents and not getting none of these cuts? So here it is, you know, we should to convict ourselves, you know. We are ADPEM facilitating now these cuts that was given to them to facilitate those who were affected by Hurricane Melissa. You know, so we can't, you know, so we catch, you know, we don't know hands in the cookie jar. So all along, ADPEM have these things and all them. Why Abka Fitzhenry? Talk to me. Why Abka Fitzhenry ADPEM holding these things that need to be issued to these people who suffered? Why are you holding them? And why many foods still in storehouses, holding on unto them? To what? Punish the people because the people did not vote for you and the government? Eh? You're a vicious, cruel monster. But let us hear you. So we second that in terms of what you had just exposed to us. You understand? You're damn old duns, right? You never know, so we're going to go catch that. Eh? Now we have ADPEM. You say it, you know. ADPEM is now issuing these things out to these people. But yet, ADPEM have not issued any of those things, right, to people who suffered Melissa as it relates to Hurricane Melissa and even burial. You people still have funds from even burial. So what sort of wickedness? What sort of evil? Now let us hear you. Go on.
Fortunate that this dispute involving the private owners of lands and people who occupy the lands escalated into a demolition exercise.
Stop right here again. Abka Fitzhenry. Me I mash you up today. Abka Henley, there is no private sector that can instruct the Jamaican Constabulary Force or anybody to carry out an operation of demolition. There is no private sector can have that. Now let me say this. Let me make this categorically clear. You did not get a judgment from the court, to execute, No, your municipal authority, Mr. Finley, Mr. Fitzhenley, is saying that they are not responsible for the demolition, Look at this, Mr. Finley. Hold on, set good there. Because we catch it. No, let me now expose your backside now. Mr. Finley, let me go back and so that you can understand, because trust me, the way you're shaped, boy, you're shaped like one insignificant human being. So let me talk to you. Mr. Finley, Mr. Fitzhenley, private sector cannot instruct, right? None of the agents to execute, right, demolition. Can't. Go back and consult the laws. Go back up to Fitzhenley and consult the laws. It cannot be done. So then now let us speak now truth to power. Let us speak truth to power. Your municipal and your owners municipal is taking away themselves from it and said they did not involve, they did not authorize this, they don't know about this. Okay. Simply means that we have to take the court out of that because the municipal did not involve, right? And there is no court order for the demolition. So the question, who give the order? You see which you put yourself and the government in a serious bind? Who give the order? If the Jamaica Labour Party municipal is saying that they have no participation in it. You know, you see, we only not trouble with Isaac Buchanan like backside, like you understand me, I say, because no, just Mystic Sensation, just pull it. No, this is very serious in our with what I say. Hold on, let me take this call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Good evening, my brother.
Blessings.
Melting pot, enough respect.
Big up yourself, sir.
I want to say something to the nation, Jamaica. It's not going to get no better. Until know, say, in teach election, and to know that in can get a next term. And it's far gone conclusion that no matter what, he's going harder and harder and harder till his day is done. It's not going to get no better. Sorry to say, but that's the fact, truth, brother Byron. And to not want to resign, and to not seek up for not justice, for truth. And it is really the Egyptian fear of spirit is in Andrew. That selfishness, that covetousness, that evilness. I'm sorry for my people and Jamaica.
Let me tell you something, Carla. Let me say something. Right? We are here and we are going to fight for our people. And we are not going to allow Andrew Honest, you understand, to continue to malign our people. Right? Because many of you don't know that Isaac Buchanan brought him as it relates to the Burner Lodge situation in St. Catherine and beat his ass in court, and he has to return those properties. So let me say this to you, Carla. You understand?
Yeah.
Wish you are my friend, because you don't leave Mystic Sensation alone.
Not yet.
Let me tell you something, Carla. You think we are going to sit here and make Andrew Honest continue to abuse our people? And let me say, and that is one of the reasons why when we say Isaac Buchanan, you understand, Isaac Buchanan we are saying, You understand what I'm saying? I want to understand what is going on, you know. Him now come out and speak that, you know, say Isaac Buchanan kick your ass.
Yeah.
You understand? So what I want, don't worry about this.
Yeah.
We are going to season him the same way.
Yeah.
So the people just bear out for a little while longer. Let me tell you something, you know, Carla. Let me tell you something. Carla, let me just reason with you a little bit to just get it clear. Andrew Holness is fretting by the second. Me not talk about minute. Me not mention minute. Andrew Holness is fretting by the second.
You're right.
And here what happened now? Let me say this to you. All what he had promised the crony capitalists to deliver, he might try to deliver all of that. Yes. You understand? Because he wants some assistance on his side, but them can't save him.
Yes.
And let me tell you why them can't save him. You see, November coming, eh?
Yes.
When the crony... Let me put certain things out there.
Yeah.
Let me put certain things out there. More you understand, want to understand what I'm going. This Nara situation, right? Andrew Holness is in search for money, you understand, to deliver Nara to save him. Nara can't save him because guess what? He already exposed himself that as a result of bureaucracy couldn't cause him to fulfill on the projects, and so then that is one of the reasons why he didn't get to spend the capital injection the capital budget. Let me just build a chronological sequence for you. So while he was saying that, in plain language, the Integrity Commission was saying to him, stop tell backside lie to the people. What happened is your criminality, is your level of criminality. Now, if that was true, you wouldn't have been using mostly direct contract, right? An emergency contract. The Integrity Commission had investigated and showed to the public, say, here it is, where Andrew Holness is talking about bureaucracy. You understand? Prevent him from using the capital budget and fulfill on the social program. The real truth is that Andrew Holness and several ministries wrap up the money, you understand? And that is one of the reasons why $3 trillion unaccounted for. So him in a problem. Him in a problem. So here what happened now? He might try to spin and I try to grow and he might use Naira, he might use this, he might use all sorts of, and here what happened now? The private sector who facilitated him and facilitated his campaign. All of this, what he's doing now, he's trying now to offer the crony capitalists, you understand, to give them what they want. I give Andrew Holness, I give them what they want. But let me tell you something. In backside in a trouble.
Yes, man.
You understand? So when you talk to me, you know, me no want like me I hear from you like your spirit are dampened and rare. Look here, you see the mystic sensation as well. More you strong, you know, more you strong like mystic, you know. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You see, me a melting pot, the leadership them in a good pastures. We can't weak, you know. And listen to me, we can't they gaze, you know, and they get distracted, you know. That's lion come eat the sheep them, you know. We have to strong, and the reason why we're strong because we have the ability and the capacity. Notice when melting pot attack. Notice when melting pot attack. Notice when mystic sensation attack. We know weak around us, you know. No, remember now. Remember now. We in the Titan boss, you know. Nobody can grow on him, you know. You understand? We in the Titan boss. So let me tell you something. I want to stand and look on Titan working. You know. From the Titan boss goes come straight down, you know. You understand what I say? And let me tell you something. Yes. All of it. The Andre Stevenson. Hold on. Let me say this to you. Andrew Holness, right? There's a mountain of God-inspired soldiers standing up the defending people, you know. Let me tell you something. You have the Dre Brian. Dre Brian are going wassy over film place there, you know.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
You have Partner Draw TV. You have Lonesome when Lonesome live for the Eagle people, dead in a people.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
Because we shot the eagle fly and pitch. Hey, let me tell you something. We're confident. Carl, let me say this to you. We're 100% confident, man. Don't worry yourself, man. 100% confident. And remember, say how we the defend the IC, you know.
Yeah, man.
Remember, you know. No, man, we don't have no weak bones around us, man. Me don't want you sound so weak again, you know. You just want to call me, just be strong, yeah, man. No. Hey, look at my brother. Look at my brother. One of them here, you know, me and you go meet up, man, and we go and have a jolly good time in terms of some juice. No worry yourself. I'm going to talk about all of this. No worry yourself, my brother. You understand? Yes, just go back in our class, me mom mash him down. Go back in our class, my mom mash them food. You don't care. Them don't have nobody. Let me tell you something. Them don't have nobody can challenge me, you know. The Cliff Hughes, the Draws Davis, you understand? The Morgan. Nobody over there. Hey, look here. Them can't go against Andre. Them can't go against a Dre Brian. Them can't go against a Mystic. Them can't go against a Melting Pot. Them can't go against a Lonesome. Them can't go against a Rattigan. Them can't go against a Talk Your Mind. And time I want to get aggressive, me just go over Talk Your Mind. Don't worry yourself, man. At all for the press, big up. ABR, big up. The world on up, big up. All right. You understand? So, yeah, man, we no lukewarm over here, so my brother. And the people in the chat, they no lukewarm. Just stay up on the journey. You hear, my brother? Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right. So what we are telling them, say, the hotter the buckle, we there for you. The sweeter the victory. The hotter the buckle of Kafit's Henley because of you are the communication prime minister. You understand? We're ready for your Abka. So let me hear what you say now, Abka.
Unfortunate. However, it must be noted that propaganda being spread on social media by PNP operatives seeking to link the government of Jamaica to the exercise is false, untrue, unadulterated lies, and they must be called out for what they are.
State Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Senator Abka Fitz-Henley. State Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Senator Abka Fitz-Henley, said the government will continue to monitor developments in the community and coordinate additional interventions.
Well, let me ask you a question. Was the government continue to monitor the development in Bernal Lodge when him order it to be demolished? You remember that Abka Fitz-Henley? How you have to feed them? Eh? Did the government continue to monitor what was going on in Bernal Lodge? Eh? But him go there and damage people's house and tell lie? Eh? Who did that? Abka Fitz-Henley. Who did that? Until I start bucking and kicking ass on the old criminal. Come on for me, monitor. Piece of criminal. Now I'm stop and share that. Now, you come over yourself because I'm going to let you melting pot after this and everything. I make melting pot lukewarm because you say, oh, melting pot is scratching skin, then you will want to come in, you know. Hold on a melting pot. Hold on a melting pot. We could go to this person who surged herself as a Trojan horse in a melting pot. If we show you how JLP wicked, either wicked and evil in a melting pot. When we see them wicked and evil. Tova. Look on Tova American now, the try to say, you understand, you might trick the people, you know. Knowing what happened, you know. She's a part and parcel of it. And prior to the election, you know, she went there and begged the people to vote, you know. But here are no melting pot. Hey, look here, Mr. Me go and burn them today, you know. Look on this melting pot. Look on the old parasite and the old Trojan ass. Look on this. Look on the Trojan ass. See my people?
Today was a painful and a heartbreaking day for the people of Cooperspin. And today I want to speak to it directly, not only as the Member of Parliament for Trelawney Northern, but as someone who stood with these families yesterday, saw their pain firsthand, and believe the public deserves to know what transpired.
You stood with them. You stood with these families. When you have the information prior to the demolition, and you have not spoken to them, you weren't there to warn them, right? You did not defend them. Me ready for you in October. You and Andrew Wallace did not defend them. Because number one, remember, I'm going to show you an example of what Michael Manley done, you know. To show you how the People's National Party love people and show you say, you know, vampire, you know, Dracula. Now, when the four company of the United States took over our backside and control our backside, and we now get we hardly get anything off of the backside. Over. You claim say you're an intelligent person. What did Michael Manley do? What did Michael Manley do? Proper English. Talk to me, Tova. May I ask a question? I may ask Andrew Wallace a question. I may ask the entire JP cabinet a question. The question that I'm asking, as it relates to the four American companies that had controlled backside in the 70s.
Six, Byron. Six of them. Six of them.
Thank you, that's what I tell them, say now, pay straight over here, you know. Me shot, me fall short, my partner back me up. Six, me I say four. 6 companies. What did Michael Manley do in terms of protecting Jamaican interest, protecting poor people birthright? What did Michael Manley do? Michael Manley forced buy. Tova, let me ask you a question. Go and look up a dictionary for force buy. Go and consult what Michael Manley had done when we talk about force buy. Go and consult the mission. And Andrew Wallace, if you are defending the people's rights, right? You could have forced buy the land. You could have forced buy the land, cut it up in pieces, and make the people pay accordingly if you love the people them. But you're not for that. You're a crony capitalist. You're a crony capitalist. So you trick the people them the very same way as it relates to that man that St. Thomas, the Pernell Charles. Right, trick them. The very same way. Hold on, let me take the caller here. Because I know say the caller man come in, you know. Yes, yes. Hold on, caller. You have to turn off the device in the background. Caller, turn off the device in the background. Here.
Yeah, Mr. Mystic, what are you doing, sir?
All right, yeah. Hold the caller a bit. Hold the caller a bit. Let me just land this. Let me just land the little European. All right. So let me ask you a question. Michael Manley had forced by, you understand, the backside. And when Michael Manley forced by the backside, what Michael Manley do? Increase the levy. Increase the levy. You understand? And it is that increase of levy that caused Michael Manley, you understand, to deliver education up to tertiary level free. Turn off the device in the background, my brother. No, turn off the device in the background, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it.
All right. It is that process. Let me teach you the history. And we should know, you know. We should know. You understand? And I'm going to expose, you understand? I presume that Isaac know the section that I'm going to go under, you understand, to highlight, you understand, to the people at Cooper's Pen, right? To strengthen them, right? So let me say, the Andrew Wallace administration for 10 years, knowing that the struggle between the citizen and these crony capitalists, you understand, as way back, as in 2000, as a matter of fact, as in 1980, way back as in 1980 in Edward Seaga time. And remember, it was 1982. You understand? That the land was sold. So don't go and fool anybody about PJ do this and PJ do that. Who was the prime minister in 1982? Abka Fitz-Henley. Me know say you do this. I you send out the guy there. Abka Fitz-Henley. But for sure you all you fool Abka Fitz-Henley. For sure you say you're idiot. Who was the prime minister in 1982? Everett Seaga was the prime minister from 1980 to 1989. You never realized that. You damn jackass. You put out about Michael PJ Patterson do this and PJ Patterson do that. It's sold in 1982. We have the court document. You damn all dirty dons. So when you have plan a strategy, you're not even, how you do how they make you becomes the communication harm for Jamaica labor. You just say you're idiot. You just say you're idiot. So let me just hear. You understand what this lady is saying? This Trojan horse is saying, Madam Tova, you knew all along. And you tricked the people for their votes. Speak the truth, no man. That is what you have done. You have tricked the people in voting for you and then you sell them out. Tell the truth. I can listen to you.
Because I want to make something absolutely clear. What happened yesterday here in Cooperstown was not a government of Jamaica operation.
Stop it was outside lie. Tap it over, tap it. Broke it down right there, sir, Tova. Broke it down right there, sir. Tova. Any PSOJ can order. Hold on the caller, hold on. Yeah. Any PSOJ can order Jamaica Constabulary Force, you understand, to carry out what they carried out. And with men bulldozing people's house. Can that be done? All right. You know what? Let me talk to the caller. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Talk to us.
Yes, Mr. Mystic, as I said, not about this man surprised me still.
Yes.
As I say, really think of the Jamaican people, like, just text them, dumb and you can't just twist them because people are saying all type of stuff. I mean, your information just say Isaac kick him backside of Brennan Lock. I never did know that because I said, boy, like a previous caller before were saying, I said, oh, I'm so weaky, but seriously, me feel very out because about time, this some talk one with it, that fella. And the information is there. You already have the information.
Yes.
Mr. Radical running. So goes Mr. Wayne. So we need action. We need it for all. Because me heart of a beat as a fellow Jamaican myself is say, baby mother, after that, kapal, out the door. You know, make a preparation for them. So them are animal.
Exactly.
Them are pig, them are rats, them are what? And then the heartless Jamaican, I was saying, a people and they want to grow up and capture and come grow up and capture.
Come on.
It's not about I don't need it. And about can't afford nothing. So at the end of the day, what I mean, I saw we really heartless to the Jamaican people them.
You better believe.
I saw really heartless.
You better believe.
No, I saw really heartless.
Then hold on the caller. Hold on the caller. Let me give you some history because, well, I don't know how old are you, but caller, when you talk about, right, the burning down, right, of the home, what the home that
Eventide
home. Eventide home. Where 100 and had elderly women were burned to their death. And the Jamaica Labour Party execute that, you know.
I was a kid then, but as I said, I can't remember my father saying to me, and my mother was saying, oh, you tell the boy, because your mother once said my father.
Exactly. So none of these. 6, 7 somewhere. Okay, so none of these wickedness where I see the Jamaica Labour Party doing is a surprise and should be surprised to anybody.
But this man itself don't surprise me because everything I analyze about this man, because I meet this man before he become Prime Minister. And I was living in our place and I tell him, brother, say, yo, I must say, him a good education minister, Mr. Luke Bobo. The man that carry an evil present. And he confront and personal, and I see him. You understand? And I say, yo, he come close enough and I say, yo, I will go on celebration and say, yo, so the man he carry an evil present. And the man say, yo, she don't like the man. I say, yo, and I like me as a present, in present, very evil.
So you pick up that vibration from him. Yeah, man, you pick up the vibration from him.
And I see man over here, I see him real upfront and personal.
Yes.
You understand? The man carry a bad vibes, evil, vampire evil. And I was right about him then, I'm still right about him now. But as we speak at the same time, our people still are seeking out and do that the problem. We need a solution for them right away.
Well,
we can't work, so.
All right.
We can't work, so.
And you perfectly right.
We need food. We don't need food immediately. You need food immediately, you know.
Yes.
And I like the boy tomorrow, and like that people, it seemed like the lady was a player while I come talk about eventually in concert, and he was there. I mean, she have to sleep in a fair bed. What about those who have no bed tonight?
All right.
This is a serious matter at the end of the day.
Exactly.
It's a boy action so come, but we need the action. We need it like just like now.
So
we need it.
Exactly, my friend. So she bite the people in their necks, suck the people blood, and here she is, the presenter herself like she's an angel. All right, Carla, thanks for the contribution.
I mean, my whole thought about it would have been too bad, but like she a big spoon to take her from over there, so like it
all right. All right.
Because you suffer and you're really hungry in real life.
All right. We could just keep, yeah, man. We could just keep it civil same way. All right. Bless up yourself. Here. Blessings, my brother. Right. So after 2 over, you bite the people them in them neck, suck the people them blood. Now you come. They go on like you're an angel. You're wicked, man. You're wicked. Now let me just bring in melting pot before we start the bangarang, because we have some Jamaica on the state tune. We have some serious bangarang. You know? You see all of the embassy that they tap here, when we touch you today, yes, man, we have some serious bangarang, some melting pot as it relates to this Trojan horse, because it is what she is, a Trojan horse. Speak to us, because me and you know, say, you understand the government fully involved, and there's no PSOJ, you understand, that can instruct the Jamaica Constabulary Force to carry out an operation like that. Point blank and period. We know that.
Well, my take on the matter, you know, based on where she come out to talk and where fish headless come and say, you know, then where are the arrests? Because if it's not the government, then you must know who go arrest them, because remember, you know, $1 million worth of damage that me see, you know. That's a criminal offense. So you can't have no individual damage Jamaicans and government recluse themselves from the whole operation, but then can't make no arrest. Somebody should have been arrested then, and we know, and charged for the demolition and compensation start right away, build back the people in my house. Because that's some, if it's a unilateral decision, yeah, taken by an individual, who is the individual? That's my question to the Trojan horse and to fish headless. Because you see, when this government go out and carry out them exercise and damage the people, you know, and when them back up against the wall, them a look somewhere and just put blame upon, you know. They're looking for someone else. Yeah, but there is no one else apart from the government who we know can carry out this type of activity. Because I say helicopter flying above, aviation fuel there, and who could have get the state resource to use in such operation without the knowledge of the state. So it don't make no sense for the Trojan horse come out and say, Trojan horse will come out and stab herself in the heart, stab Andrew in the heart, stab Crab in the heart, stab Gugutu in the heart, stab Edmund Bartlett in the heart, and then throw the whole of them on and eat Big Mama. You understand? Because this is no secret that no one cannot unravel. Yeah? This is not a secret where you can't unravel, you know. So if them want to make it their secret, then we're not going to away with this. When we see the government continue to do this type of exercise for a period of time, yeah? The same thing we witness over Clifton. The other thing they never do no arrest. Yeah. But I can't tell you why them do the arrest in a them place. They think them not smart. Them place the man them would have corral them, cause I don't like that, you know, densely lit community. It's dark. So if you're going them all the night, you can't go in with the man them with them cutlass, you know. Man that get chopped till them weak, and man head space that get vile and ignorant. I don't care about nothing what the end result. So what if anybody would have pick up there? So them do them going like a thief in the night on the people them. Yeah? And destroy the people them life. Firstly, false arrest and false imprisonment, because them have them there for a period of time. So you arrest them, have them in a lockup, so imprisonment that. All of that false. You understand? And then one come out now, come tell the rhetoric of lies to the public. So them don't know nothing about it. Look for a little piece of shithead like fish headless. Eh? A shithead that, you know. Because the whole of them are participating in that something there. The whole of them are shithead. Him come now and, you know him in the Senate, yeah? And him at the GLP task force operation manager to communication. Because them have them task force, you know. Yeah? Where them send out all the lies where you hear a run through the bloggers them and Big Mama. It come from Fish Headless. Yeah? Him at the communication task force management. And him control that. Yeah? And we know everything where them are going with. Because one thing them never know still, you know. And we will teach them this. You see, my grandmother always tell me, say, too much rat no dig a good hole, you know. You see the whole of bloggers where them have a waste of taxpayers money and pay them 10,000 euro and all them thing they amount. In 12 months, make a year, one individual get 120,000 euro. Keisha Mac, them get big position and thief. Millions. Yeah. When you look at the old nasty thinking dirty Trapper John, him control hospital and school. Then they will mash up the country economy, and that's why them have a shortfall in budget of $28 billion right now. Now, I want to make them understand this fully well. Yeah? There is no way you can have such entities, yeah, and you don't know what is going on. But the entity them out there, the police and soldier out there, you know. And then you see the Trojan ass, all our nasty self come out there in our full black. Because she can't wear green, you know. Expose the political side of things. So you notice she come in a full black. Yeah? And I come take up name. What I can do? Oh, you prepare to come down, come take up name. And what you want to know about the people, because we hear in our voice note, you know, so when you do no canvas, you know the people, they go back for them vote, you know. So what I do now, we don't want to mash up the people, rebuild them back and brand them as GLP and use them for vote for, you know. I don't know them, they can't have them detail right down on the paper. Yeah, and on the phone. Now we are saying the government must be held accountable for this. And Andrew must be charged for this. Yeah? And every one of the people who participate tonight must be charged. Chuba, you must be charged. Lollipop Jar, you must be charged. Sleepy Joe Crab, you must be charged. Andrew, the crime minister, you must be charged. And Chuba, the Trojan ass, you must be charged. All around. And go to because him call out the police them, you know, and him give them directive order now, you know. Because it come from the, you know, upper bureaucrats them, yeah, come on then, and come down to him. And you know, him are the man now where I'll show him look at ass and a mule face, yeah. I'm going to tell the man him down there, so you want to cover the place, send a helicopter from Kingston to JDF person. Now them things look like early morning invasion. And the same thing we are seeing down in Israel, you know, with them and the Gazian and same thing. And with them and Palestinian, you know, same thing. It's not different, that's why the guy visit around them, bring back the model to Jamaica. I don't notice from this guy I go down to Israel, if you not see my use the Israeli model in a Jamaica. Both the police, make sure them look like Israeli as well in terms of them uniform. And the way them conduct themselves on a day-to-day basis, that you sit down there. And then them type of, you know, people displacement at the same thing as down there. But we are saying, we know about the land them to be crown land, you know. Government land belongs to the people. That's how we want with Jamaican people start learn, say, them are the government. Now Andrew them are shit.
Yeah.
Andrew them has no government. You're only elected to govern. You, the people of Jamaica, are the government of Jamaica. And you must stand up as the government of Jamaica. No one little 35 cabinet member to come a man Anglo. 35 of them to so much of and don't afraid of the state entity like the police and the soldier them because we not pay them. Yeah, every year of them they afraid of the British army them and the British colonial Bacamass them with them long gun. You think we could have there start about Jamaica right now? Under the national flag where we have and the anthem? We would not.
All right.
None of them never afraid of them. Them use strategy and defeat them. I want to have so much strategy at the disposal in Jamaica to defeat this nasty kleptocratic government. I'm afraid to utilize it. Why? I want to know. When we become so fragile, yeah, in our own space and time we want to live. That even the word from the mouth is like it can't come out. Because you see, if you love a man to put him foot 1 inch further and further every day in our life, eventually he might take a mile, it might reach a mile in our life. And then it look like there's no turning back. Like when we hear a previous caller, him give up the ghost, basically, but we are telling him to have faith. Don't give up the ghost. You understand? Just believe. So well then, there must be a breaking point one day. The camel back must break, you know, because hold it for weight, the Andrew back, you know, because I'm a camel. Yeah?
All right.
So one day that must break, you know, and it the far. Me and my brother predict it to 2026. And with all of them shenanigans that we ever go on with, 2026 look like the ultimate year for the shit house left for place. I yield back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
All right. Blessings. All right. We have several subjects where we not touch and we want to touch them. So we just go chop them short and nice. You understand? So that we can just cover those with the short piece of time we have. We're supposed to be ending by said the max 4 p.m. right? We don't want to go over that, right? So we have an hour and some minutes for up all what we have because we have some bombshell what we want for going on. All right. Now, Jamaica people, let me just bring forward to something what Desmond Mackenzie said some time ago and what is happening now as it relates to, you understand, the viciousness as it relates to the land grabbing, the stealing of lands, and so forth, as it relates to Andrew Holness ministry. Jamaica, you remember, I want you to pay attention to this because this is critical, right? And I'm saying that if it was in any democratic country, right? I want to tell you something, you know. See here, them blank it out. Okay, all right. Now, Jamaica, let me just do this and remind ourselves about this because this is serious as it relates to what Desmond Mackenzie said some time ago. And then we are still going to go back, you understand, to Cooper's Pen because we now leave Cooper's Pen because this is not a 9-day talk, but we want to show Jamaica what was communicated by this man. Right? Now, St. Catherine, Jamaica Labour Party, St. Catherine, Jamaica Labour Party, Deputy Leader Desmond Mackenzie says the Andrew Holness-led government has done wonders for Jamaica since it first assumed office in 2016. Remember, you know, we can break this down. Right? As it relates to all dirty liar Desmond Mackenzie. Wonders in Jamaica for me took power 2016. I can remind Desmond Mackenzie that the 100 days promise that Andrew Holness promised, right? He did not deliver. Not one of them. So what are you talking about? All dunce, the CXC malice, stating that People's National Party is bad for Jamaica. Mackenzie reiterated his bold declaration that the GLP will never surrender the country to its political opponent. No. People remember read back that over. Because this is serious, you know. Right? This is very serious, you know. Mackenzie reiterated, so that Mr. first time I say it, you know, something that he has been repeatedly saying. His bold declaration that the GLP will never surrender the country to its political opponent. Now, let me take you away. Right? Come here, mention Patagonia. Let me take you away. Now, Desmond Mackenzie, do you realize what you have just said out there? Let me tell you what you said. Let me break it down for you because you're all done, you know. We know say you're all done. Let me tell you, you understand what can be deduced from what you're saying. You are saying that the Jamaica Labour Party will never surrender power to the People's National Party. Simply saying that the Jamaican people don't have a right to choose their government. That's what Mackenzie, do you understand what that means? You are saying that the Jamaican citizen doesn't have a right to choose their government. So you are saying, because you are done, that your party is going to ensure that you're defranchising the Jamaican citizen from participate in a free and fair general election. That is what you have just put out there in the atmosphere. So you are saying that the Andrew Holness administration is a dictator. It's a dictatorship. It's a banana republic. It's a kleptocratic government. Do you understand, Desmond Mackenzie, what you have put out there in the air? So when we come now and we said, yes, right people, the election have been stolen. It is the strong evidence that the election has been stolen. And since we are moved fast, because we are go back on the Cooper's pen, because we now left that, you understand, and we are going to get back into some of the things that Isaac talked about, and we are going to get back into some serious revelation. But what Mackenzie said, we have to highlight it. So let me just take this call, and then maybe just have Melting Pot say something on it. Yes, Carl, I'm Mystic Sensation. Talk to us. Turn off the device, caller. Yes, caller, turn off the device. Turn off the device.
Yeah, turn it off.
Yes.
Me just inform you that me hear something about like Andrew wants to put something in place wherein that him have the authority to choose who he want to be prime minister something. So I think something like that them are lead towards.
Okay.
So them don't know them plan and where them have up them sleep.
All right. Okay, all right. Let me answer you with that. Because what you mentioned there, you understand, there was some essence of truth with that. That was when they wanted to do the constitutional reform. But Mark Golan caught up on them and stopped that. If we didn't catch that, right, then trust me, would have been dealing with a terrible dictator right now. But I'm glad you brought that up. You understand? So we mashed that down. And they cannot pursue again with that, because they no longer have 2/3 majority. So we are good where that is concerned. All right?
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go and blaze the fire. I'm going back to class.
Thank you, my sister.
Okay.
All right. So, Melting Pot, this is extremely serious, and I want to highlight it. Judging to the fact what we have seen happening at Cooper's Pen, and judging to the fact what Andrew Holness has done in Bernal Lodge, judging to the fact what Colonel Charles and all them people do with land grabbing, you understand, and want to turn Jamaica as it relates to the poor people, landless. You understand? So speak on it briefly for us, because we are juggle. We want pushing everything.
Yeah, man. First, let me just glass over the boy dead man Mackenzie, aka Bushrat. Yeah? What did I do at the time, you know? He was bold enough and presumptuous enough to come tell us that them have a mechanism where will always afford them the victory in the general election.
What on the melting pot? What on the melting pot? Repeat what you just said.
Mr. The guy, they just merely tell me the mechanism where them have the Pegasus, where will always ensure them victory. That's why I'm saying under no circumstance and not the GLP now surrender back the country to the PNP.
All right.
No.
And that is one of the reasons why we're glad to me and you have to mash up that and expose that with the Pegasus. Go on, talk, Melton.
Definitely. Yeah. So what we see, we see a set of elected men who become gangster in our society. They are gangsters, my people, and mafias and criminals. They are not members of parliament there to serve and to build the country. Yeah. We see them as obstacle in the people in life of Jamaica. That's why Chinese can come down there and get over 700 acres of land, to build their own community, Well protected, not in none of our jail cell, our prison institution. You don't see them get stopped on the road or nothing. Yeah. And them live good. But my people must suffer all various means of suppression from this kleptocratic Andrew Holness-led administration. But I only hope all of these things are, opening up my Jamaican people, them eyes, and I give them some form of empowerment based on the logical reason where we are get to them. Yeah, we are making them know what the rights is right now, Yeah, I'm making them know so enough to get up, stand up for the right. Yeah, don't afraid of the man that come and project himself to be mighty. Just be a silent assassin on him. You see, just like when come raid, 3 o'clock in the morning, the Jamaican black poor people are organized and mobilize themselves together, One morning, 3 o'clock, when they just get up on the whole and they just march and block up the whole place with vehicle and bus and truck and every God Almighty thing and shut down the country. Him can't take 2 weeks out of that. Do like what the Sri Lankan them do.
All right.
Start go through the place with force like a hurricane, like a cyclone. Yeah. Same like how you see them destroy the place about the tractor them run over on the furniture. Shut down the country, man. Because already I suffer, 2 weeks more suffering can't do no harm to no most can't survive through that. Yeah, well, heroes them did survive longer period of time and that. Yeah. Start do something now for sure. Andrew Holness said he's not wanted in the country anymore. He must live up.
All right.
You understand? I yield back the floor to you, my brother.
Well said. Quick juggling. All right. Jamaica. All right. We are going to show you some of the things that, Isaac Buchanan is giving us insight on. Right. So without any hesitation, we are going to, we are just juggling fast. Right. So let me just get into, you understand that as it relates to, right, Isaac Buchanan here. Let us play that for you. Now, Jamaica, now listen up.
This is right to maintain and keep his property. But I can tell you, the member of parliament was aware this was happening. More than that, these are the same people that went into that very area and told people to vote for them. So they weren't squatters when them did I beg them for them vote. Wow. All the people in Jamaica that have something bad to say, just know this. The basis of adverse possession is that you must be on a property for 12 years. So if you go and thief a piece of land, because that's what Jamaica like things say, is thieving. But white people adverse possess, rich people adverse possess. But the basis of doing so is that you must squat and you must dispossess the landowner who clearly have too much land and now no time to look about it. But where you get catch, my gripe, my concern is that the government, through the JCF, was allowed to detain, remove, and incarcerate the men who live there. And while that is done, they would have revisited, yes, the slave experience. And there is something called the genetic transference of the slave experience. White people knew back then that if you separate the men from the women and children, the entire mental power, the unity that is family dynamics would definitely be separated and scarred. There is a genetic makeup. Your molecular structure is transformed through trauma. That is the human rights issue I'm talking about. Yes. So don't tell me while this government of the day is putting people in container and putting them into some basic dehumanizing situations. A container is almost like a cell in some of those American prisons. I can tell you. Yes. But Anybody who wants to curse me and say me careless and me this and me that, I will always defend the rights of poor people. I will always speak up because this not have nothing to do with private land ownership. Government must have a responsibility, and the government that you vote for, if them can't make sure you have a roof over your head, where them dead for?
Yes.
And so I'm gonna say till the next election, I'm not stop say this. The Prime Minister and Miss Tova Hamilton have to give back people property. Or bet say you can't win back down there. And yeah, me not care what anybody wants about me as politician. There are some basic human rights and human dignity that must be dealt with. And the government dropped the ball on this. And ADPEM showing up with cuts and tents is most disgusting, dehumanizing, and embarrassing to be a part of any parliament and any government that treats the people of Jamaica like this. I must tell you, it's a sad day in Jamaica. Talk what you want to talk about me, but I am completely taken aback by the approach, and this is should not be made to die down. And I must tell you this, the government tried that in Vale, and I got an injunction, and we are still before court. The government tried this in Bernard Lodge. I went to court for it. And the Prime Minister has since given all those people homes, which is why they're not hearing about that case.
Okay.
It is under the rug.
All right, people. So when you hear that, right? When you hear that for yourself, you understand what I'm saying? That Isaac Buchanan, as it relates to Bernard Lodge, took him to court and kick his ass, and he has to return, you understand, those land back to people. So how you run out now and say Andrew Honest is not a part of what is happening when it comes to Cooper's Pen. Him try that shit in a Bernard's Lodge. You understand? And now I try it now in a Cooper's Pen. It is him who is the vampire and the Dracula. It is him. So him hide behind him vloggers. Him hide behind Cliff Hughes. Him hide behind Draws Davis. Him hide behind all of those idiots, those bugger wires. Right? And commit is evil because him have him PR machine and him think him have him Pegasus. But me tell you, sir, you can't win back the next election. Remember me tell you. You understand? Because we on to the Pegasus, you understand? And we on to the criminality. And as a matter of fact, remember, you are not going to be on the next ballot. You understand? Because we are not going to allow that. Your statutory declaration cannot be certified. We are not going to allow that, Andrew Honest. You are not.
I'm glad you said that, Sir Byron. We have to put pressure upon that. Him can't go back on a ballot and still uncertified like we were in the last election.
Let me just take this call. Hold on a melting pot. Yes, caller, you're in Mystic Sensation Live.
Brother Mystic.
Talk to me, sister.
You know something, Brother Mystic? Me say why I start make me feel good, you know.
I
start make me feel good too, you know, man.
You know that's why me I play.
Depressed, you know. Me depressed until me not sleep. Me can't sleep. When me put on my head on the bed and I sleep, me see the baby. You pick me them out a door. The old people them will live there for so much years, then just stand up there like a tree in a Charlton. You know, Jamaican say then little tattoo broke down. But my question is,
talk to me, sister.
From me wait, you know, from she come out, you know. You want to tell me, say the lady say from 10 to 15 years now things, if people them in a court and things are going and the land is in dispute. Are you as the MP don't have a contingency plan for the people them? And not even that.
Very good question.
Tell me, say with police and something then come there with, couldn't they have gone in there the same way, issue the people them one notice and say you had 24 hours to 48 hours before destroying them home and put homelessness on the people them?
Wicked and wicked, man.
Then you know what I should say? That really, really resonate with the whole of it. Can you imagine? You come now with ADPEM, with cat and something and come and give people them. You see, they engineer the hardship and the homelessness for the people them and then run come and say, oh, we're here to solve, we're here to help, we're here to... Listen, man, nothing they say anymore. This is it. Nothing they say anymore going to make the Jamaican people them look on them in any good light. Nothing, man. The people them empty long enough a mistake. They empty, then just like, you know, sheep when I have no shepherd.
That's exactly what it is, my sister. Right? Sheeps without their shepherd.
I said, make them give back the people them their house. You know how homelessness in the other countries then we live in them. And you see how them government fight to make sure them put up low income houses when time there was last year or the year before, don't it? We had housing crisis in Canada.
Yes.
There was housing crisis in Canada. And the government and the whole of them get together and build home. And how low housing for people them. And this government engineer homelessness for Jamaica in their own country.
I tell you.
It's unacceptable, man. It's a disgrace. It's disgusting. It's dehumanizing mystic.
Exactly.
And for what me hear Melting Pot say, one at a time, me I look on here, me I think about the Chinese Jamaicans. But what are they doing, all these communities? The indentured communities, because me, you're right. You know, see them, not even East India, and then, you know, see police that treat them so.
No.
Much less Chinese people of Oriental looking, then treat them so. But what make them treat the black people so?
Because we are dealing with a criminal. We are dealing with a criminal, my sister.
We are the human being, Mystic. We are animals.
This is how the man treat us, like we are animals. And most despicable is that people who try to defend him. My sister, Mrs. Say a breakdown, my sister. So,
but you know something, Mystic,
yes.
Just before we go, we have to ask Mystic.
Yeah, man,
ask the question if you even have some cow or some goat. Look how we treat it good. Cause it value.
Well, I tell you, sister, me hear you cry and you know.
We don't know value.
Him can't, look, he devalue us in such a way. He devalue us, my sister, in such a way. You understand? Leave down the people them house, put them in a cat and blue tent. You understand? The people them who get damaged in a Melissa, right? The people who homes damaged. He's now introducing container. You know, still laugh them and I laugh off of it. Man, sister, boy, trust me. Sister, you bring out tears out of my eye. I'm not lie.
Even people have union society where they take care of their rescue.
Hey, trust me, sister. Look, I feel it. It is my brothers and my sisters. You understand? This piece of shit, right? Expose. Sister, please, take a risk. Well, I tell you, sister, I feel it, sister. I feel it. Take it easy. Mighty God of Daniel. Mighty God. You know, me say the thing burn me, the thing hurt me in such a way. I tell you. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation Live.
Yes, Father Mystic.
What go on, Carla? Talk to me.
Mystic, so.
Hello? What I did? I seem like, yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation Live?
So Mystic.
Yes, all right. Hold on there, because apparently, you know, you understand, I saw you calling a couple of times, but the caller me I talked to, me accidentally cut him off. But, okay, all right.
Questions to pose.
Yes, talk to me.
I'll make it real simple tonight.
Talk to me, sister.
Okay, how can you issue an eviction notice if you don't own the land? The land is still in court and still in dispute. So
very good question.
Whole asking like whoever the police said, right, that they got an eviction notice, or Tova, whoever the liar said.
Yes.
That's the first question, and she didn't know anything about it.
She claimed that there wasn't a demolition order. There wasn't a she claimed that, you know. This make matter serious.
Okay. I'm just asking questions.
That's a very good question you asked.
First of all, they could never issue those people a eviction notice because they do not own the land. The land is still in dispute. That's number one.
Yes.
And the land. Who is the Minister of Lands? Is it not Big Nose?
Big Nose, of course. Big Nose. That remember.
How can you claim you don't know anything about this?
It's under his portfolio.
Of lands and these lands.
It is one of his portfolios.
I just want to know why people aren't asking the pertinent or asking questions like, where was the... You cannot issue an eviction notice if you don't have the right to the land.
It's true. That's true.
Okay?
That's
so
true.
Don't look for eviction notice. The second point, it's... So, you know, I like to think positive, and behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining.
Yeah.
So the people who were affected, even though I believe they voted for the wrong party, I'm not going to hold that against them because they got what they voted for. However, they're human beings, and I'm going to move on.
Yes.
We could look at this like they could sue the government and maybe move in next door to the Prime Minister and his wife.
Well, guess what?
They need to sue because this was number one, those men being kidnapped and put in jail without being arrested or charged.
Yes.
Highly illegal.
Highly illegal.
So I'm just hoping that there are lawyers in Jamaica, even though I know that the lawyer then probably free it because, you know.
No, hold on, sister. As you speak, let me just enlighten you. Right? Isaac Buchanan is currently dealing with all of those issues. Right? So, and Isaac Buchanan is one of the top lawyers in Jamaica. So he's currently so that is going to go into the court. Not too worry about that.
Every single lawyer at Jamaica work themselves. If they know what was good for them jump up and go find somebody to defend right now, you know.
Okay.
Out of Cooper's pen.
Okay.
Because these people have legal rights, and what was done to them, especially even the baby can sue. I'm just saying. And
look here, sister. They need to come together and take out a class action lawsuit against the Jamaica Labour Party government.
Doing it individually would be better.
Because hold on.
Class action, but there should be individual charges.
All right.
There are. I think that man Jobson, who they're still in contestation of the land.
Yes.
21 people me hear him out will line up for them land, you know.
Yes.
And if anybody should have dibs, how is the JLP gonna explain to those people what they did? How can you put people in tents on land that's still? I'm confused.
Okay, so sister, let me just take a look at retrogress step. You understand, as it relates to what I said in terms of a class action lawsuit, because really and truly, right, if they do it individually, it is going to be more severe for the government. So I want to agree with you in terms of doing it, you understand, independently. You understand? So many lawsuits can reach him.
Exactly.
Yes. So you're right. You're perfectly right. You understand?
Okay.
That is the root.
Do you know that? Okay. No, all jokes aside, and I said this on another program. I've been emotionally damaged by this.
Yes.
Even though since September 3rd I've been upset, but this has upset me as a mother, as a woman. Juliet Holness, how would you like your babies to have been under a bus stop with their 3-day-old umbilical cord? Where are you, Juliet? Speaker of the House.
Good. Look here. That's a conversation that we need to have. Juliet Holness, you understand, is the wife of Andrew Holness. And as it relates to what happened with that lady, that 3-day-old baby, what sort of conversation Juliet Holness is having with Andrew Holness at this time? What sort of conversation? I would like to know.
But I don't give a crap what kind of conversation because she want to have with him. You know, I want to know what conversation she's having with the women of Jamaica. How have you disgraced us? We can't go to law.
No.
No woman has stepped out. No woman to come out with that blatant lie them today.
So hold on, sister. As I said, no woman has stepped out. What happened to Dion Jackson Miller?
Really? Okay, so I'm not looking for much better from them because I can't even imagine coming out to try to defend this at this point. So you know what? I'm going to try to keep a good mind straight ahead. They have to go.
Mighty goodness.
The people of Jamaica have to call for either a new election, and everybody involved in this from the top down needs to be prosecuted and held accountable for breaches of human dignity.
And there are some...
I am a proud Jamaican, and I cannot believe that I need to sue somebody for this.
But look here, look here, my sister. Look here, my sister. You're talking about false imprisonment and abduction, you know?
Yes, sir.
That's serious.
That's exactly what we're talking about. No charges. No charges. What? Those, sir?
Yes.
I can't imagine this being done to my dad or my husband.
This is serious. This is serious. Serious.
I don't care. And we should stop allowing them to come out and say that they did not know. By admitting that you did not know means we need to see your resignation right behind that statement.
Because
you need to resign because you did not know.
Because guess what, sister? Let us stress on it. If you did not know, right, this cannot happen.
If that's the story you're going with.
Well, that is telling us that you are irresponsible
and
incompetent. You're an irresponsible government.
The Ministry of Lands is in the Prime Minister's office.
Yes, it is.
How could you not know?
How could you not know? This is your portfolio. It is one of your portfolio.
I don't know which council this needs to go to. I don't know what needs to happen, but something serious needs to. They need to. Everyone in. I'm talking about the guy who fly the helicopter, the 110 police. Everybody needs to be. Not one man said this is not right. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this to my fellow Jamaicans.
What happened to the mainstream media, sister? What happened to the mainstream media?
Hello, hey, you lucky say your name never make it in the Mr. Mayor comments yesterday.
No man, him couldn't call my name because if him call me name, if anyhow him call Mystic Sensation name, alright then and there, I deal with him. Yes. Hey, look here. Let me tell you something, sister. It's a certain platform, them know so they don't call their name, you know. Them know that. Alright.
Thank you for taking my call, allowing me to vent.
Blessings, my sister.
But I feel like there's something that we all have to do. Every single person that got Jamaican blood in them needs to find a way. I don't know who me are gonna write, but something has to be done. And now they talk about no damn petition. Yes, your petitions are great, but we need to flood his office with letters of disgust.
Exactly.
He has to go.
He has to go, sister. He has to go. Look here.
Him and his wife gotta go.
Let me say this. By the powers that be, the eyes of heavens and the lowest of earth. And I ask this question. We are not to allow Andrew Holness and the ballot box. And we shouldn't even talk about the ballot box. You know, here's the reason why we shouldn't talk about the ballot box. Because the illicit enrichment charge with him and the Integrity Commission investigators is another bangarang that, you know.
Okay. So I will admit, while that has disgusted me for the last, however, nothing beat. I cannot imagine anything going lower than a 3-day baby with umbilical cord on the bus stop. A Jamaican just more. I can't. Nothing can lower than that.
It can't lower than that.
Woman, I'm sorry. Nothing.
And you're right.
Nothing them doors say could ever bring me back from this when I deal with you right now.
You're right.
And not just a 3-day-old baby, you know, Carla. Not just a 3-day-old baby, but the mother who had a C-section delivery should be lying down. She don't have nowhere to look after herself hygienically.
crippled with a hospital.
Vicious. Vicious.
No,
Vicious.
she catch up an infection and dead. What happened?
I heard that she's currently in hospital, you know.
Hear that? Hear that?
Yeah, I have to do some research. So if persons there who are listening now, if she's in the hospital, can people type yes or no, right? Because we are getting some information that, you understand, I don't know if it's true. Let me say that, right? And so then would definitely see where that situation would have exposed her, you understand, as it really is some very serious health risk based on her condition. Right? I'm searching the chat to see if anyone can say yes or no, whether or not she's in the hospital. Right? Mighty goodness. This is vicious. This is wicked. This is evil. Right? This is satanic. Remember, I've been telling people that Andrew Honest is 100% pure evil, you know. So, all right, sister, I'm going to make you run. I'm going to take another call here.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Blessings. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Hi, Byron. How you doing?
How you doing, my friend? Talk to us.
I'm good. Melting pot?
Hello. Yeah, man. Enough respect.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Byron, just a quick call. I know you're winding down. Just touch base with you. I saw just recently, I've just been in the chat, yeah?
Yes.
Internet, right? Now, apparently the company that had the equipment that actually bulldozed the house,
yes,
now they're going after the company and trying to say they're going to be deregistered from the Jamaican company's house.
But hold on, sister. Hold on, sister. I'm glad you mentioned this. They can't shift the burden of blame to the company to say how the company do that. That is what they're doing.
Well, they're trying to use the company as a scapegoat now. Yeah, right? Now you imagine, right? This company, that's expensive equipment, you know. Yeah, right? Now they should make sure they have the requisite paperwork, court orders. Why are you going after the company and trying to destroy their reputation, right? Their ability to get any more work in Jamaica?
Hold on, that my critical. Hold on, my critical thinking, sister. Hold on, my critical thinking, sister. Me and you talk about the thing on melting pot. If the government is going after the company, right, to deregister them, what does that tell you? That tell you that they did not have a court order to act. They did not have a court order to act. So then my question, who ordered the demolition? Abangarang this, you know?
This is why it is raised even more questions. Right? Yeah?
Yes.
They don't go after the company, yeah? But they're not saying anything about the police that were there. Yeah? What's happening on that side of things? Because people's human rights were violated, yeah? By gathering all these men and taking them away, yeah? Now, in one respect, Byron, I think that it was a good thing because, listen, we don't know how it turned out, you know.
Yes.
The men were there.
That's true, you know. Yeah. Because let me tell you something, right? Sister. As a
way, some good things. Sometimes sometimes every disappointment is for our good.
Yes. Because you know what? But hold on, sister. Sister, let me point out something. And I'm going to bring a scenario. Right?
Okay.
Now, say for argument's sake, I am a licensed, I'm just giving a scenario. For argument's sake, I am a licensed firearm holder. And somebody who claimed to be police on a demolition operation that I don't know about. And you come and knock, you come and knock on my door. And when we look, me see you with M16 out. I see you with M16 right at my door entrance, and your face camouflage.
Yes.
What sort of position and frame of mind that you put me in? You put me into a position and a frame of mind to defend myself.
Exactly.
Because I'm not going to be an armed person, and you that I don't know about, at the time when you come to my house, 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't police that. I mean, I am not somebody who wanted. I am someone who have a 9 to 5. And when we look, you understand, somebody there me do the knock up. Remember, you know, a lot of persons died that way, you know, where gunman visit them house, you understand, knock them up and kill them, you know.
Yes.
So if I am armed with a firearm, look at the position what they look at the position what the Andrew Honest, because of him, Andrew Honest put people in. You understand? Risking the people's life. Because it could go anywhere as you are talking, you know. Because what if any of those young men have licensed firearm and then a shootout ensued? You know what they would say? They would say they were confronted by gunmen. That is what they would say.
Exactly, the normal thing. But at the same time, I was thinking, Barry, that even, I mean, I know it was early hours of the morning, you know what, those that were there, they should have linked their arms together and started to sing. Just link their arms together and say, we shall overcome, right?
Yes.
And stop them in their tracks without even having to sing, link their arms together, right? Because what they're going to do? Start shooting them down like pigeons.
Yes.
Yeah? They could have done a soft protest and stopped that, you know. Yeah? But I think that they were in shock about what was happening. They just didn't have time to think or even respond to what was happening.
The situation is crazy. Sister, let me ask a question.
The other thing that I saw, Byron, that I just wanted to raise about attorney at law, Bert Samuels, as you saw in the Jamaican Gleaner.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Samuels, I know that you're an attorney in Jamaica, but you're really going to go and speak through the Jamaican Gleaner and say that we need to revisit adverse possession and move it from 12 years to 25 years. After something like this has happened, is that really all you've got to say, Mr. Samuels? As an experienced senior attorney in Jamaica.
But hold on. Isn't that the sound of a crony capitalist to ensure that people, right, to increase landlessness? Does what?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I saw the article in the Jamaican Gleaner shock that a senior, well-known attorney, Bert Samuels, is going to actually say that. And I hope that it's not the Jamaican Gleaner misquoting it. Yeah? But to come out and say that we need to revisit moving, I think there's another attorney there that was mentioned, can't remember the name, to say that we need to revisit and change the law that adverse possession is not 12 years, but 25 years. Right? After something like this is happening. And Byron, I don't think this is going to be lost. It might not be done in the same way, but there's a land grab going on down in Jamaica.
Sister, that's what it is. Andrew Honest, from Andrew Honest venture into power, Andrew Honest is on a land grab mission.
Yes.
Andrew Honest has been on a land, and not only Andrew, remember that his wife, people seems to be forgetting this, that his wife caught up into a same land grab issue at least flat, where she and a lady, you understand, in tussle over the people property,
Yes.
So we totally forget that. This is Andrew Honest's doings.
Yes.
Right?
Well, this is it. Last thing that I wanted to mention, Byron, before I shoot off,
Yes.
is I heard today that there is a possessory title for this property, which means, the legal owner of the property or the land, doesn't have, basically saying that the title that they have for this land,
Yes.
is because the legal owner of the property of the land, they haven't really been granted authority, because obviously we know that there was someone that passed away and so forth.
Yes.
So I believe that what is there is a possessory title. Now, if you don't mind, have a look up that definition.
No, I'm going to bring it up. Hold on, sister.
Have you checked it, Byron?
I'm glad that you mention it now, because I am going to bring up that, because what happened now.
Yes.
This that I found, right? I don't know. I would hope if Isaac tune in and looking. I am going to expose the document now as it relates to possessory rights. So, sister, I want you to go back in class. I am going to bring up the document now, And show, not only that, I am going to be highlighting, you understand, the particular section that address this.
Yeah,
Sister, look at this.
Yes, because some people need to realize there are different type of titles.
Yes, man.
Have for land.
So,
yeah, not all titles are the same.
Exactly. So let me just bring up this document right away, since you mentioned it, so we can educate the people.
Okay, thanks, Byron. Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, I'm glad how the sister mentioned it to see. So let me just show, because this is the document that I want to now educate the people, right? And at least I said supposed to know about this section. So let me just bring up this, right? Let me just clear out these. And then after this, now we open the phone line and then we start to take call, right? Mystic Sensation, because this is a document that I want to expose now to all of us. Right, and then we open the phone lines, and then people call in, and we do all of that. All right, so let us get into the document now. Yes, people, I clip a piece of it, because this is a court document, so I clip a portion of it. I want you to see this, Jamaica. Here it is now, and I bring up a particular case in mention, so we have the evidence of the case in mentioned people. And I hope that all the people who are affected as it relates to Cooper's Pen resident, we have an already case study on this. Now let us read. The case of recreational holdings 1, which is Jamaica Limited, which is the appellant, versus Lazarus, who is the respondent, Jamaica, 2016 UKPC 22, held that if one holds the registered title to land and the squatter has obtained possessory rights without the knowledge of the registered owner, then the registered title holder will lose his or her rights to ownership. Not only that, Jamaica, look on this. Additionally, squatters will not lose their legal right to the land if they have delayed in applying for title by way of adverse possession. Melton Pot, you hear this?
Yeah, man.
Loud and clear, Jamaica. So all of them land they were thief in Pernell Charles, thief in a St. Thomas. The people in a St. Thomas, all of them people who Andrew owners, they send around tractor and a bulldozer them house. Uno mark this, uno come back. Look, listen to Mystic Sensation. See it here. May I direct you to the exact section. See it here. Additionally, squatters will not lose their legal right to the land if they have delayed in applying for title by way of adverse possession. Now, adverse possession, hold on, let me just read on. Therefore, once the legislative period has passed for the registered owner to act, which is 12 years, the squatter can seek to make an application for adverse possession. I think this is a very same route Isaac Buchanan is taking. Finally, under these circumstances, a registered title holder who sells property to a bona fide purchaser for value will not be in a position to pass good title. Therefore, the purchaser could bring an action against the defeated title holder for the return of the purchase money. All right, so we put that out there. Now, Melting Pot, we are going to close this, right? And we are going to take in some calls. But that is precisely clear that even if, Melting Pot, even if the person who lived there, as it relates to adverse possession, the limit of adverse possession, which would be 12 years, Melting Pot, that after 12 years, there's a process being automatic. And even if, for argument's sake, that those persons who live on the property after 12 years did not make any application, the landowner can't come and lick them off of it. Make it talk. The landowner can't come and lick them off of it. See the call them come in here. See the call them come in here. All right, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please talk to us. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please talk to us.
Yeah, I sent you a text with the young lady information. She's on TikTok.
Okay, all right. Because I am using this phone to take calls. If you send the phone to this text, I can't see those texts until the show is over. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I sent it to you in the thing chat too.
Oh,
you probably didn't see it.
You send it in the chat?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look. Okay.
My name is Pretty Face Rebecca on TikTok.
Okay. All right. What is it about? Because it seems like they're way open on the chat. Rebecca.
Oh, I have a problem with my voice. I had surgery a year ago, so I didn't get my voice back yet.
Okay. All right.
TikTok page is Pretty Face Rebecca.
Okay, so I will look for it. You hear? I will look for it. Okay, cool. All right. All right. All right. So the lines are open, caller, right? So you can let us. So this is it, as it relates to now adverse position for all those persons who have been, in the process of living in whatever particular land space, right? Whether it is in St. Thomas, right, Cooper's Pen, and you have lived here for more than 12 years. The situation as it relates to adverse position automatically clicks in. It simply means now that the government can't just send in people and just bulldoze you down and blah, blah, blah. Right? Let me just call back this person. Hold on. This person who was calling me, let me just... Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. Hello?
Mystic.
Yes. Talk to me.
Good afternoon. Well, let me turn off this device here, man.
Yes.
Big up, sir. Big up.
I mean, we're going to go back to a topic which I think should be in the news. I want to ask you and Milton Pat a question and see if you guys can answer me.
All right.
Question.
Go ahead.
Hypothetical. If we were to arrest somebody in the bus issue, who would we arrest?
You mean when you said bus
Prime
issue,
Minister.
Darrell Vaz?
Darrell Vaz on the bus issue, who would we arrest?
Would I arrest Darrell Vaz?
Prime Minister.
And
why would we arrest Darrell Vaz?
okay. You know what happened? It would not just be Darrell Vaz alone. Right? It would be and I'm going to explain to you. It would be Darrell Vaz, it will be Danville Walker, it will be a range of them. And let me tell you something. The cabinet that authorized it, right? One of the reasons why it is dangerous to the fact that they would have now committed fraud, and this is how fraud would have been committed. If you concocted a letter and you send that letter to the respective place in saying that it is 110 new buses.
Right.
Danville Walker signed off on that.
Right.
Right? Darrell Vaz is the one who, draft that letter. Right? So the intent as it relates to Darrell Vaz and persons who know very well that it was not 110 bus as it relates to those who participated in the cabinet and plus the permanent secretary.
All right. Hear me now.
Yes.
That issues me. How I put it is Darrell Vaz get the letter. So if you got him now, you guys will say, well, I don't have nothing to do with it. I get the letter and I get a contract from...
No. Hold on. Darrell Vaz did not get the letter. Darrell Vaz drafted the letter.
Right.
He drafted it.
I heard, these guys, the permanent secretary was at the PSC meeting. And I heard they asked a question, And every time they ask a question, they didn't say one word about the relevance, not even one word.
No man, look.
There's a contract.
Look.
There's a contract between the Elijah
Yes.
and them. So therefore, as far as I'm concerned, Elijah is the man who have the money, but Daryl Vaz protecting them.
Yes, but to the fact that Daryl Vaz carry off the whole fraud thing, right?
Yeah.
He's responsible as it relates to as far as how the fraud went. He's the one who drafted that letter.
That's a strategy we observe that
All
the
right.
party has been using.
Exactly.
They use people
All right.
who take the beating, and in the end,
Yes.
that person can't easily say, I don't know anything.
No. Well, we have a signature on the letter. I remember take a next call here. Let me take a next call. This call, blessings.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Afternoon, Mystic. Afternoon, Melting Pot.
All right. Afternoon, my
Blessed love.
Mystic.
Yes, my dear.
Remember, Rosie did that tell Rosie, you know, when the Prime Minister go to Rosie if he signed the document at the same land business, you know, they agreed to, you know.
Hi, my sister. Talk truth now.
Yes. And then the Prime Minister wife, remember, you know, when they go to her, and Babs, you know, go to her at the same land thing for downtown Kingston to, you know.
Hold on, stop the sister. A backside revelation here. Remember, say Rosie said, she not gonna do it. She not have the heart to do them something there. Remember, say Rosie talk about it. Melting Pot, you remember?
Yeah, man. Rosie talk about that.
Approach Rosie, and Rosie has said to her. So, and remember what Rosie accused Donovan of, you know, for burn out some people homes, you know.
Yes.
For claim, hey, what a bang around this, sister. Talk to it.
Look back, you know, you can see where everything I well up into the only person ever up to it so far are Rosie, because she come up to it.
Aye.
And one more thing before I go. Remember now, I know Angela was supposed to know the panel ballot. 15 of them so far already.
You think a joke? That's no joke.
Remember, so then the IC charge them, you know, 15 of them, so 15 of them they lose off a ballot box already. Until we hear about the rest.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you for the contribution. But the contribution are powerful because I wasn't even there. Think of it as a factor. Yes,
I could go back to the school bus business there, Byron. A bit.
Yes. Blessings, my sister. Thank you.
Yeah, I could touch back the school bus business there a bit. You know, Sir Andrew, when his first coming to Parliament, mention that deal, eh? Andrew are the man to charge for that school bus deal, eh? And really Pumbaz, you know. Pumbaz can't take the money. And Andrew have to make sure the money go to Pumbaz, but Andrew edit. And him coming to Parliament and it's there on record, and nobody can hear him mention about the school bus system.
But
and whatever I do.
Melting Pot. He committed the fraud in terms of drafting the letter. The letter
yeah. But we are talking about who we are all accountable. Because me, the Prime Minister and one of my minister do something wrong. He might believe the party. I make sure no so I get to the bottom of it. But Andrew never get to the bottom of the school bus because Andrew really the man was instigate the school bus initiative, you know.
Yes.
Pumbaz will carry it out at them lieutenant. He'll back the floor.
All right. So what on the Melting Pot, because you know talk about the possessory thing.
The land. Well, we know so from the people that occupy the land over a period of time, which 12 years stipulate that period, then automatically it belongs to them because you, the one who have the title, the owner, you have been delinquent with that period. Exactly. And so it's only fair that the land goes to the people who occupy the land. Yeah.
And what happened, Melting Pot, what we have to point out to the fact that even say the person is the real title owner for the land. If that person absent away from the land for 12 years, right? Because the essential thing, you know, is the keep and care of the land.
Right.
Keep and care of the land. That is the essential thing, you know, as it relates to adverse position, you know. So if someone say they purchase the land and then you left and you're gone to America or you're gone to Canada, wherever you go to live, and other persons go there, right? Capture the land, fence it round, Right, hold on, let me take the call. Hold on, let me take the call because we want people to call and we talk about this. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Blessed top of the evening, Mr. Mystic.
Blessings.
Mr. MP.
Blessings.
Blessings, sir. Thank you for that initial.
Mr. Mystic, I'm baffled by this thing happening in Trelawney.
Yes.
I don't know, but what kind of explanation Andrew Wallace can give?
None.
To the people of Jamaica.
None.
And the people. Hello? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man, my answer, you said none. You can't give no explanation.
Yes. What kind of explanation he have to give to the people of Jamaica and Trinidad? This doesn't make no sense for him to say he don't know anything about it.
Hold on there.
There's no...
Hold on there, caller. Hold on there. Remember, you know, his portfolio as it relates to Minister of Housing and Land. I feel portfolio that, you know.
and Mr. Mystic, remember, again, the size of the operation and the amount of police that they haul from all the different parishes there.
No, hold on the caller, because to make a substantial point that we need to elaborate on. When you have the Area 1 team, right? Persons from Area 1, we need to define what is Area 1. Area 1 is Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, and portion of Westmoreland. Where you have 4 parishes, right? Where you're pulling policemen and women from 4 parishes, that cannot be unilaterally done by the Commissioner of Police alone without the Prime Minister, without the Minister of National Security. Don't inform. So they are fully aware. They can't, all right. Every police in Jamaica know that the Minister of National Security, the Commissioner of Police, and Andrew Wallace fully aware of this operation. So Andrew Wallace is stupid to try to make his minion come out and spin it that he doesn't know.
But don't after Melissa, Mr. Mystic, Andrew Wallace put the JCF in his office?
No, the Prime Minister don't have JCF in his office. Remember that JCF is independent by the Constitution. You know. Jamaica Constabulary Force cannot be in the Prime Minister's office. Andrew Wallace is the chief officer that in charge of defense for Jamaica. Jamaica Constabulary Force cannot be in the Prime Minister's office.
Okay. Well, there's to come another thing.
Yes.
Look at the size of the operation and how they execute it. Every different, even JPS, I think were there because the lights were cut.
Mm-hmm.
The lights were cut as well, right?
Yes.
No. Remember within the past few months, every time the police goes out on operation and this what they do, they came back with somebody unalive. And the report is that they try to pipe them.
Mm-hmm.
And they retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
So how this operation run forth so smooth with none of that happen in the dark? You see how they expose themselves and
you know, sir,
lies and those other operations?
Hold on the caller. I wonder if people understand the question. Your curious mind, where your curious mind is going, and you make a solid concern, right? Because look, at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And we all those policemen are tired too. Because when I look on certain clips, they have things wrap around their faces.
All right.
But as you said, right, no one, right, been killed or anything. But you have seen that they have gone to other places, right, and where other places, other people have been executed, and them claim shootout and all that sort of madness. This is to show you, right?
Yes, this to show you that all those at the time they orchestrate, and those are lies.
Lies.
They expose themselves so much with this operation. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
And not only that, they kidnapped over 30 men.
Hey,
30 young men.
But Carla, watch this now. Carla, watch this now. You know, say you and I they talk about this, you know. And it is going to be bangarang in a court, you know. Because guess what? If all those 30 men independently decide to sue the government, how the government is going to get any money to sustain Nara? Because you're talking about, no, look, how the Commissioner of Police is going to escape this? How Jamaica Constabulary Force is going to escape this? Each person, you abducted the person, you know. You totally capture the person without his will, you know. That is abduction, you know.
Against his will, yeah, because that is kidnapping.
That is kidnapping. That is kidnapping. You have taken the person against his will. And not only that, you know. Yep. You wait, you know. False imprisonment. Mighty God. Yep. Hey, how the Jamaica Constabulary Force is going to sustain this lawsuit? Remember, you know, again, you know, taxpayers have got to pay that, you know. All right. You see what Andrew wants to put the country in?
From the get-go. Taxpayers paying for the police them to go here and do that, and taxpayers gonna have to pay the lawsuits as well.
This
is what I'm saying.
I mean,
look at it. It wasn't last week they went out and celebrate independent.
Can you imagine?
See where they display the same thing what the colonial master do.
The irony of it all.
Taking out these young men out of their dwelling and have their partner watching them.
But stop there, Carla. Stop there, Carla. Stop there, Carla. That was one of the mechanisms used in slavery, you know, particularly in the Caribbean, you know. Have you heard about Willie Lynch? Have you heard about the Willie Lynch syndrome? And okay, as it relates to the Black Code, that was one of the items that Willie Lynch utilized in slavery, you know, to separate the male from the female, you know, and abuse the male in the presence of the female, you know. What that was saying to them, that okay, if we can abuse, you understand, the lions around you, that means you need to surrender because we mashed down the strongest person around you. That was a psychological torture, you understand, to the ladies in Cooper's Pen, you know. That was a mentally psychological slavery tactics being utilized there, you know. Separate all the men. You understand? No, this is slavery 101 as it relates to the strategy of Willie Lynch, you know. This is vicious, man.
Just display just after independence that this prime minister have spent in every level he spend uncalled spend billions of dollars to do what?
Right?
To do what?
To partially suppress us. You understand? And in the interim, enslaving us. Because, okay, all right, you damage those people's homes, but you also, as it relates to the tractor, damaging their beds, damaging their dressers, putting them, I mean, just think of that.
God.
It is not only the shelter being damaged, you know.
Where is the heart?
Hey, this, the more you think about this, you know.
And and the prime minister have the heart to step away and say he don't know about it. That's what he did every time. I can remember when these people come back home during the pandemic and was out there at sea want to come home. He stood there and denied them to come aboard. And when they finally turn away and leave, he said he never know about it until
but hold on. Who pay for them to come back home? Talk, who pay for them to come back home?
I think that was Mark.
Mark Jefferson. No thinking no another. It is Mark Jefferson Golden who paid for them to come back home.
Yeah. Andrew and he's always washing his hands. I'm clean. It's not mine. I didn't know about it.
Yeah. Well,
everything he never know about.
No Christopher Tufton style him again.
Doing things.
The Christopher Tufton style him again. All right, Carla. Yeah. I am on the top of the hour, 3:59. Let me just hand this over to Melting Pot for Melting Pot close us out. So bless up yourself. Blessings.
Bless up, Mr. MP.
All right, cool.
Bless up, my brother. Big up. Well,
you
see,
Melting Pot.
Well, I mean, the people, endorse me like that, so me have to, take it on board and welcome it. It's a nice endorsement too. Same thing, Melting Pot MP. Well, we just have to say how really, intriguing this whole conversation about Cooper's Pen resident has become. And it has brought out some very, hidden facts that was there all along. So it's like the guy them just dig up the answers on himself. We just like our people great the concern about the ones in Jamaica. Yeah. And there and then we have to apply the pressure from the platform. And so we won't ease up. This won't be a 9-day wonder. And we want people to be charged since the government so them not, the ones to carry out the demolition. Them not know nothing about it. Then who get all the year of one police station them to come together? Who have the army? Because we always that's the giant military operation, Who get the army and the helicopter?
Exactly.
To merge with the policemen them from Era 1 and form this giant military operation early than read by the people them. So we need answers and we need it swiftly. Yeah. Because we not going to wait no longer around here for the answer. Because we must know who then if I don't know. Yeah. So this type of behavior we want to do and when we find so well then it gone south and it blow up in our face and we want throw the blame upon all the contractor them. We have the equipment. Yeah. We don't want to place it by now, the firm with the equipment.
Yes.
We don't want to say no. Then is who? Why were the state entity out there? Agent of the state. Why were they present and in so much numbers? Over 100 police and soldier and equipment up to helicopter. But nobody, Andrew don't know about this. They say Andrew incompetent. I tell the people every long time, say he's not prime minister material and he's not surplus to requirement for anything in Jamaica because I'm a criminal. We don't use criminal in our place. Andrew make sure now we tell the whole society in Jamaica, Andrew, put back your face pan and the rest of them, all who under integrity commission investigation cannot put themselves forward for no election. None whatsoever. We're not going to allow it. Democracy must be held in its pride of place and must be looked upon and respect. You can't have a little germs like Andrew from out of Cumberland and Spanish Town come dictate terms and matters in our country like him own the place. He cannot do that. You understand? And we will make sure that him don't have that power at his disposal. We are going to reduce him to nothing because he's a criminal. And criminals must be held accountable for their action of theft and corruption. And so, going forward, I'm just saying to my Jamaican people, be strong and be emboldened. Yeah? Don't be weak and be fragile by this regime. Stand up for your right. As a true artist, the superstar, the one and only Robert Nesta Marley says. I yield back the floor.
All right. Let me just have the last call. Take the last call and then we close out. All right, caller. You're on Mystic Sensation. You're the last call for the day and then we close off. Blessings, my brother. Thank you.
Great program. Thank you, my brother, man. I love and respect you guys, man, for pushing these things and letting Jamaicans wise up. My take on this lawsuit where these individual men Must do, not should or if or maybe.
Yeah, I like
Must
that.
do.
Must do.
But you know what? You know the next thing about it, the serious part of it. Mistake.
Yes.
They have to so be careful because they're gonna have all of these guys' names, you know. The police, you know. When them see them have such a lawsuit on them, you know. Kevin never got send out them police to go analyze these men, you know.
No, hold on, Carla. Hold on, Carla. Remember, you know, you are going to have some serious lawyers on this mission, you know. This is very serious, you know. And remember that this is going to also seek international attention. Come on.
Exactly. Yes, man. They need to. This serious.
And remember, say we are on social media, right? As it relates to the constant awareness that we will be building. No, man, them can't make them. Look here. If them bad, make them move there. If them ever bad, make them move. Eh?
This cannot slide, Mystic. This cannot slide.
Okay.
I'm pushing on it around.
No.
It cannot.
Can't. And this can't be a 9-day. This can't be a 9-day talk. Of course.
This is unacceptable.
Unacceptable, my brother.
This is too much, man.
All right. Well said.
That's what I said, brother.
Blessings. All right, there you have it, right? We come to the end of another powerful live Mystic Sensation. Remember to join us tomorrow, same time, same place. You understand where we will be? I see people I don't even get to go into Darrell Valls. You understand the way how the program is so riveting. But come tomorrow, you understand, we'll be shedding the light on Darrell Valls and other criminalities. Already again, deep dive investigation for tomorrow. Now, melting pot, I want to say, big up my brother. Thanks.
As usual.
Here, right? Say a last piece, and then we drop out. Say a last piece, my brother.
Well, you know, enough love and respect, and we are telling people themselves one way for travel now, you know, upon the gravel car. Remember, so don't have no road in our song. So safe travel on the gravel. Blessings.
All right, people, we are out. Big up on yourself. Blessings.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Your JLP friends them build high rise, road still full of wood. House pocket to a field, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in a politics we ever see. Boldness, time to go. The people we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Boldness, time to go. From Kingston to Legril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done really show. Boldness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You bring in the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan, but 10 years later we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council, bro? Country suffocate, done and it just smoke. And when we raise the voice, you call we political, but the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical. Time to go. The people victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people COVID empty. Oh, you live so large when we live in so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice. Them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate. Jamaica speaking and I know too late. Oh, yes, time to go. The people. Yes, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, heroes. We are not body door. Oh, yes, time to go. From Kingston to Negril, people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Oh, yes, our time to go. This one is for every Jamaican. We can't afford feet. We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.